Bad, immoral, and wrong.
This is the Modern Eater Show.
Piping hot and delicious.
The Modern Eater.
Food, 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 food. Come and get it.
And now your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
Hello. Yes, it is, and here we are. It's 6 minutes past the hour, 6:06 in the Mile High City, and the Modern Eater Show is live. Keeping it going, just continuing. Live on 630 KHOW, our iHeartRadio affiliate, and live on our Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Periscope. Before we get going tonight, we've got a big show for you, but I want to make sure the Modern Eater, we care so much about you. I hope everybody's keeping it cool, staying safe, doing the physical distancing, and loving one another right now. More important than ever.
Yeah, wash your hands.
And wash your hands. Greg Hollenbeck, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, we continue. It is Saturday in the Mile High City, and we have been doing quadruple. What's the five? What's for five? Not quadruple. I want the five.
Quintuple.
We've been quintupling our efforts Monday through Friday. We're broadcasting on our Facebook and YouTube from 2 to 5 p.m., just keeping it going. Some of the best interviews, guys, on the show today at 6:15, Kevin Morrison. And here's a success story. We're actually going to talk to you about a pivoting success story and Tacos Tequila and Whiskey. Stick around for that interview. Little Rich Schneider will join us at 6:30 to talk about pruning the tree. What does that mean when it comes to business? I think you're going to find it absolutely fascinating. 7 p.m., Travis Smith from Bistro Colorado. If you've been following the Modern Eater Show, you know Chef Travis well, don't you, Brian?
Very well. He was up in Evergreen for a very long time and is a great chef.
He actually took a lot of your advice business-wise. We'll figure out whether that is good or bad, or just another chef out there trying to make his way in the world and navigating through the COVID-19 outbreak crisis. And next hour, Dr. Sarah Metz as well, Code 4 Counseling. And then we'll get a check-in from Brandon Camp, your guy, Brandon Camp.
Yep.
He's doing great things with a box.
Wow, is he doing something incredible with those boxes? He's really, he got away, he's one of those hustlers. I got to tell you that we were in a time when everyone was getting laid off, and it was basically like, hey, we service these chefs and no one's working right now. And Brandon said, you know what, I want to be a part of this. I want to show that there are other ways that we can still serve our food community. And he created this box program, and I'm really excited for what he's been doing. And just him is a great guy.
Well, it's interesting right now is what you nailed it, is he showed how to create a job and for himself.
Yes.
And in a world of we need to sell this much in order to have a job. I mean, just truly the reality. Him not only getting great things together for a box that's benefiting a lot of people for products that are local that they enjoy. Also, at the same time, he proved his worth right now that he's out there ready to hustle and feed people.
Yeah, well, and still supporting the local, the hyper-local. He's
Huge.
been putting River Bear Meats, Infinite Gardens, rather.
Microgreens.
Infinite Harvest, microgreens. We've got some Osage Garden herbs in there. We've got some Happy Leaf kombucha. We have a local coffee company that we're doing their special roast. I mean, there is some cool stuff going on in that box, and Brandon is really
we don't need him
highlighting
anymore
local.
now. You just covered it.
Oh, no, he's got so much more to tell because every week it changes. That's the cool thing. Is last week you could get a side of salmon. What are you going to get this week? Because I'll tell you, that salmon I think it was whatever it was way too cheap. It was like half off of what a normal chef would pay for it. And, Brandon's he's just rocking it with his mask on all the time, sitting out and taking orders.
And another hustler out there right now is Rebecca Berry. Rebecca Berry's joined us for a while here for the live stream, and we kind of reorganized. It's like, okay, Rebecca, let's get you out there interacting with people. And she's just got her ear to the ground. People love her, and she's got a great connection to local businesses. There's a project that she's working on, and we're going to check in with her in the next hour as well with Brandon Camp. Okay, lots of ground to cover, you guys. I want to go over a few things that are just housekeeping related. Again, going back to the Monday through Friday show that we're doing from 2 to 5 p.m., Jay. First of all, Jay Parker, hard work, man. You're just moving mountains. We've got a lot of – no, seriously, the amount – one show every single day with the amount of guests that we have for 3 hours long with no breaks, that's a big deal, man.
Yeah, it's a
What
lot,
are some of your highlights?
It's a lot of work. Troy Guard was a highlight of mine because I don't know Troy that well.
Sure.
You know, we've seen him around in mixed company with certain events and food and stuff. But I've never. That was the closest I've come to having a conversation with him, and it was more so your guys' conversation. I was just listening. But I enjoyed it a lot. Really down to earth guy, smart. Business oriented, obviously. He knows what he's doing. He knows how he wants to do it, and he goes out there and does it. And so for me, that was one of the interviews. But I mean, Greg, the list goes on and on.
Well, give us a little
as far
taste.
as
And all of these
who's been
videos,
on.
keep in mind, our YouTube channel, which we don't promote as much as we should. Jay, it's packed.
I know we're getting there.
Here's the deal. Only 80 followers on the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
We'd appreciate all the stuff is archived on there. Are you following the YouTube channel, Brian?
Of course I am.
You better be, right? It's simple. Notifications get sent to you. Every time we go live, you're going to get a notification. The same thing on our Facebook page. We're at 4,106 likes.
That's exciting. That's really exciting.
Well, hey,
You've
listen,
done a great
it's not
job,
that much,
Greg.
but we're all doing a great job. So we'd appreciate it sharing right now.
That's what I was going to say.
Share
Sharing
it.
is caring.
If there's a group that you think that would like this show, if there is a personal page that you have or a fan page.
Wait a second. Look at the
please,
sharing.
by all
Speaking
means.
of
I know.
sharing, look at this. Look at this.
Oh,
look
here
at
comes
this.
Cheeto.
Look at this. Look at this.
Hold on.
That's incredible. He's got us a little tacos.
Well, Chef Cheeto, hand him a microphone. Chef Cheeto's in our kitchen tonight. And, of course, we're physical distancing as we should be.
Yeah, there you go.
Look at that.
Look
Just
at
showing
that
it. This is why you should watch us on Facebook or YouTube.
That's right.
Because you
That's
get
right.
to see delicious food. So tonight, again, next segment, 6:15, Kevin Morrison and Tacos Tequila Whiskey. But you were going over some of those names that we've had on.
Yeah, so, Jesucio Silva, Amber Strohauer from Strohauer Farms was on, Pearson Shields from over at the Hyatt, Travis Smith will be on a little bit later, Kermit Krantz,
Frontier Ranch.
Frontier Ranch, Ryan from Brews Beers, Daniel Ecker, Jeff Suskin, Dr. William Blanchett from Boulder Internal Medicine, Jonathan Shikes, Colorado Beer Man, Dave Hadley from over at Zeppelin Station and Hamburger Stand, Brother Luck, somebody may remember that name, John Hinman, Dave Thibodeau from Scott Brewing, Megan Miller, the president of the Colorado Distillers Guild, the Whiskey Sisters, Justin Brunson, Alex Seidel. Alex Seidel was another favorite interview of mine when him and Justin were in studio together. Juan Padro, forget about Juan Padro is the man. Councilwoman Debbie Ortega, no big deal there. Adam Schlegel from Snooze and Shook.
Did you say Josh Nurnberg?
I didn't say Josh
man,
Nurnberg, but
that's
that's a great one because we had him too. I just didn't say his name.
So, as you guys know, we love to get the voices of, the Colorado culinary community, and we call ourselves the Voice. That's a big responsibility, you guys, and I think having these folks on and just keeping the light on for them, and that's why we're doing this every single day. We love having the Modern Eater Show in Studio Kitchen, Colorado on Saturday evenings. And describe what it's like on a normal Saturday evening in here, Brian.
Well, usually there would be several people behind the stoves cooking.
Yes.
Behind one of our incredible Yoder smokers from Proud Souls Barbecue, the Egg. We'd have a distiller in here. We'd have a brewer in here. And we'd have lots of guests. It would be a very vibrant room with people getting excited about new food and beverage coming out of all these hyper-local Colorado companies.
And the world has changed.
Yes.
The new normal is set in, and physical distancing. We've shut down the kitchen to guests. Just very, very few people. I think we keep it to under 4 in here most of the time. So as we embark on this very uncertain time and we have business people sound off, and the reactions that I've been getting from folks is it's so interesting to hear how people are navigating right now business-wise because there's no one model that's successful. There truly isn't. One restaurant could be closed down for a number of reasons. Could be business reasons. They could be that they're not great at marketing. Could be that they're new to the neighborhood. A myriad of reasons, right? And then there are other people that are actually finding themselves profitable during a time like this.
Well, but Greg, I go back to this comment that I made earlier a couple weeks ago about, the potential, and we're going to talk about that a little bit tonight, is a purge. The reality is what's going to happen right now is good business owners, good business people are going to continue to rise to the top. And what's going to happen is, and I was having a big conversation with another chef, is unfortunately, there's been a lot of people that have diverted our money to bad food, to bad cooking. And right now what's going to happen is those people who've diverted our money and gotten our attention away from the people who really deserve it, hopefully they're going to go away. And what we're going to have is left is just the cream. And I'm excited because I really feel like any restaurant, any chef who has their act together is going to make it through this, is going to keep their head in the game. And when this is done, they are going to be probably rewarded super heavily with this, because I know one of the things that I've already been thinking about is in a couple months, people are going to be begging to get back out, begging to be social. We're probably going to see a lot of lines at restaurants to try to get in, because I don't think there's going to be a lot left. And so
the first to get hit, probably the first to come back. That's our hope, right?
Yep.
And as we embark on this 20th day out of 57 since dining rooms have been shut down, 38 days to go. Think about that. That's a little while. This is day 10 of shelter in place. And, folks, it's starting to wear on people. You can definitely see. Keep your cool. It's Saturday, March 35th. Let that one sink in. We'll be right back with Kevin Morrison. Tacos Tequila Whiskey next on the Modern Eater Show.
Choose your path through Cyberland.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website, themoderneater.com.
If your family depends on your income and something happened to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health.
Well, instead of you guys listening to those commercials, I'm just going to talk to you a little bit and tell you that you're watching a video that we made from our last road trip. Road Trip 2019. Road Trip 2020 is on the way, but obviously, as you can imagine, it's going to be a little bit skewed because of the coronavirus, so just stay posted to all the Modern Eaters social media platforms, and we'll get you plugged in with when it's going to happen, what we're going to do, who's going to be on. But I can tell you this much, man, the names of chefs that are going to be participating this year is going to blow you away.
4747.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at selectquote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Modern Eater family, it's Little Rich. Everybody needs insurance, but do you have the insurance you need? When we opened Studio Kitchen, Colorado, home of the Modern Eater, we had no idea what insurance we needed. We didn't even know where to begin. Times like that, I turn to the experts. Our insurance expert, Brian Brenning with the Ewing Levitt Agency. Brian makes the coverage discovery process easy and seamless. Here's what you can expect from Brian and the team at Ewing Levitt. The absolute safest coverage, fair, low rates, quick response time, and honest, straightforward service. I've been in business 40 years. I trust Brian Brenning and Ewing Levitt Agency. He's not just an insurance expert. He's my friend. Make him your friend and expert too by calling the Ewing Levitt Agency today, 970-679-7374. For the best and most reliable insurance coverage, that's 970-679-7374. It's the Ewing Levitt Agency.
30.
Friends, it's Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas. Raquelitas, known for hyper-local, innovative, and healthy tortillas and chips, served by Colorado's top chefs, and that's why we only use Colorado Mills sunflower oil. If you too want to serve the healthiest, most vibrant-tasting foods, you must use Colorado Mills. Colorado Mills is hyper-local, Colorado-grown, cold-pressed in Lamar, Colorado. Whether you bake, fry, or saute, get your Colorado Mills today.
508.
Rock Growers Organic and Dawn Foods. For the best oil in the business, use Colorado Mills.
Okay.
Yeah, back to the show. Let's Jeff Rourke.
Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. Okay, so here's the deal. A lot of you guys, your restaurants are down right now, and foam is money. Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions, what does he do? He installs draft lines. But right now, cleaning out draft lines are paramount. You don't want that beer to sit in your lines for weeks until you reopen on May 11th. Get a hold of Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions. $10 a line. $10 a line to get them cleaned out. Family owned and operated. He is the man when it comes to installation and maintenance. Now, if you're pouring inefficient beer, boys, what are you doing?
You're pouring your money down the drain.
Why would you do that?
And folks, now is the time. You don't have people in your restaurant.
Yeah.
This is the time. Maintain.
Get ready to get ready. 720-272-3809. 720-272-3809. Back to the show. It's Jeff Rourke and A-Plus Beverage Solutions.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado Springs.
No, Kevin.
No, Kevin. Yeah.
All right, you ready? Owner of 4 by Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, just kidding. Kevin Morrison not ready yet. Tacos Tequila Whiskey.
Well, he's probably making some
he's heading home.
Some burritos for us. Where's Richie getting some burritos for us? I thought he was going over there.
He was, and Richie called me and he said Kevin's on his way out, and then he said that right now is not the time to put our order in because they're slammed. And I like to hear that. They're getting ready. The dinner service, full swing, 622. What's really cool is innovation. When I look at innovation right now of what restaurants are doing to survive, and thank you for tuning in to the Modern Eater Show. Catch us live, our live stream on Facebook, and hear some of the feedback from folks that are tuning in. Teresa says, love taco tequilas and whiskeys. I know. Great product. Zach Johnson, hey, boys, thanks for doing what you do. Are you kidding me, Zach? You know we love it. Jay is the real MVP. You got that right. Brandon Camp. Hey, fellas. Rebecca from Rebecca Berry. Hi, guys. Much love. Jack Bailey. Chef Jack Bailey checking in. Jack's in the house. And if you have a comment that you want to shoot at us, you can jump to the Modern Eater Facebook page or even text us on our
give
text
him
line.
Jay's text.
I made a little jingle for you. You want to hear it? 720-715-3311.
I made
Can
one
you
too.
do that? Sing it with me, Jay.
cannot.
720-715-3311.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me put my picture up here so people can see me. Mine is 720 7015 3311.
Just so
Cheeto's
you know,
laughing
folks,
in the
Jay
background.
learned that jingle back when his days of bartending because that was a hotline that he would pick up.
Yeah.
Some senoritas over on the west side.
Well, I try.
Yeah.
I try. I never.
Text the J line if you want to get into the show and you have a comment. 720-715-3311.
Love it.
What do you think, Brian? I made you smile, man.
Oh, yeah.
Just sing it for me. 715-3311.
The funny thing is I just look at my phone, I pick it up, and I say, call Jay.
Call Jay. Hey, do we have someone on the line here?
It's a little rich.
It's Little Rich.
Yeah, I told Shannon. I'm like, well, call Little Rich then, because Little Rich can narrate about what Kevin's going through. I'm sure.
I think you can too. Little Rich.
I'm here if you guys can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you. You're on your Little Rich car phone.
I'm on the Little Rich car phone. That is correct.
Which vehicle are you
I
driving?
love the singing. We need a whole segment of just Greg songs.
No. But anyway, Rich, I just want that to stick in your head because it's so terrible, right? 720-715-3311. I want it to be so bad that you actually start singing that in your head, and then you text Jay.
Like Cars for Kids?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. 1877 Cars for Kids.
Oh,
no. Thanks for ruining
Greg, I say this with love and respect. Don't quit that day job quite yet to go into that thing.
The day job's pretty good right now, just keeping people connected. And although our viewership is getting bigger now that they heard the jingle, I'll just give it one more time. Here's the deal. I'm not going to stop until someone texts Jay. Okay? 720-715-3311.
They just texted.
3311. Did you get a text?
Yeah. The text is, can you tell that guy to stop singing?
No. Did that happen?
No.
No, it didn't.
No, I made that up.
I was going to say that.
I would have thought that was you would have
great.
known what I was doing there, yeah. And they put that guy in quotation marks.
Okay, Rich, are you ready? You're Kevin Morrison right now.
I'm ready.
Although I do want to ask Shannon. Shannon, do you keep trying Kevin Morrison?
All right.
Huh?
I'll do it.
Oh, try him again? Yeah, keep trying him. So, Little Rich, you obviously have a vested interest in Tacos, Tequila, and Whiskey. You've done business with Kevin for a while.
Yes, I have. He's done a fantastic job.
Well, that was sort of funny, Little Rich. I thought your vested interest was the fact that that's where you get your dinner 3 to 4 nights a week.
Pretty close. I'm all over the place, trying to see what's going on with everybody. And, we've watched Kevin. It's funny. We've watched him do the pivot, which was kind of the topics we're talking about. Pruning, getting his arms wrapped around it, and, starting to move forward from there.
This is where I jump in. Everybody's eating. Everybody's
I can jump right into this. But, well, Richie, I would ask you, tell us what the pivot was for Kevin.
I was so much hoping. I was hoping Kevin was going to be able to do that. Let me ask Shannon again.
He just said no, Kevin.
No, Kevin.
He's trying him. He's not answering. I'm sure he's cooking. That's how it goes. What do you say, Greg? Live radio, no man is master.
I don't say that, but yeah, it's true.
And hey, listen, and if Chef Kevin's cooking, that is what it is.
Okay, let's do this. I want to do a proper reset, and I apologize to everybody out there. Let's take a break. Let's come back. Little Rich Schneider on the phone. We're expecting Kevin Morrison, Tacos, Tequila, and Whiskey. Again, people get busy, especially right now when he's probably he's pivoting right this second. He's pivoting into something else right this minute. We'll come back. Little Rich Schneider with us. We're at Studio Kitchen, Colorado. You are watching and listening to The Modern Eater Show.
Choose your through Cyberland.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website, themoderneater.com.
It's not too late to schedule your furnace check with ARS now for only $41. It even includes their no breakdown guarantee. Don't wait until the absolute worst time. Call or click 303-418-6000 or ARS.com.
Now back to Rick Edelman, founder of Edelman Financial Engines.
Hi, Rick. How much money will I need for retirement?
One of the things that scares a lot of people when it comes to generating retirement income is the fear that you're going to run out of money. Working one extra year extends the life of your retirement income by 9 years. This is what's so fascinating. It doesn't take a huge...
From here forward, Edelman Financial Engines. Call 888-PLAN-RIC to learn more.
This is Ryan Watson, Vice President and General Manager of Audi Flat Irons and Audi Boulder Service. When was the last time a dealership delivered the experience you were looking for? From the first mile to the last,
yes, sir.
Experience is our number one priority. Visit us at AudiFlatIrons.com or AudiBoulderService.com.
Hey, it's Greg Hollenbach. Anymore these days, when I go out to eat, I not only want to eat delicious food and drinks, but I also want to eat where I know my money.
Are you checking it?
Local restaurants that I believe in. 17? I believe in the Goods Restaurant on...
You sent me 720-475-1337.
Menu focusing on vegan.
Can you write this down?
Yeah, I'll just call him.
The best burger on planet Earth. I love it. 8 ounces of grass-fed beef and never, ever any hormones, antibiotics, or steroids. The Goods is truly a cult.
Roger that.
Spot, a family
live in 1 minute.
To all. Their bar program is amazing. Saddle up at their long, luxurious bar, have a nice craft beer or a cocktail. Like their Facebook page and stay up on amazing events and specials going on throughout the week. Located on East Colfax, directly connected to the Tattered Cover Bookstore. Across from East High School with free parking in a garage in back. Look them up online, thegoodsrestaurant.com.
Got them and 30 away to alive.
Can eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
5, you're up.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
All right, you guys, back to the show in just a second. But before we do that, I want to talk to you about my favorite thing in the world, and that is bread, and specifically Aspen Baking Company. If you go to aspenbaking.com, you're going to find hoagies, focaccias, ciabattas, baguettes, croissants, bear claws, lobster rolls, pound cakes, coffee cakes, and more. You're also going to find some delicious Rome sausage inside of their boxed lunches. Aspenbaking.com, you guys. Hollis and Cody Ann will take great care of you. And if you're on their social media and you want to make a comment and show some bread, make sure you use the hashtag #How'sYourAspen. So it's the website, and it's back to the show, aspenbaking.com.
Hi, Michael Myers from Distillery 291. I'll say whatever you want me to say. That'll get me in trouble. Write it like you stole it.
Kevin and Rich ready.
You're listening to The Modern
give me
Eater
Kevin.
on iHeartRadio.
Roger.
Okay, back at it. The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio. We blame all that on Jay.
Technically,
it was.
I shared.
You stole a segment from my life.
Can I tell you what I did?
Greg Hollenbeck, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, half a Jay.
I shared the contact. And
Let's go to the man, Kevin Morrison, on the
over.
VIP line, Taco Tequila Whiskey. Welcome, Kevin Morrison. How are you?
I'm great. How you guys doing tonight?
Well, sorry for the delay there. We gave him the wrong number to the studio. When I say we, I mean Jay.
Jay Parker, Jay.
Kevin, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've seen you. Again, myself, Greg Hollenbeck, Brian Freeman, Jay. We're here. Little Rich Snyder, he's on hold. It's an interesting time that we're living in. I'm not going to get your reaction to this because I know we only have a few minutes, but it just sucks for everybody. And pivoting
Pretty much.
Yeah, pivoting's the name of the game. So could you just talk about, first of all, your restaurants real quick? Like, give us a 1 minute of pre-coronavirus, and then we'll jump into now current, and then we'll talk about momentarily what post-coronavirus should look like.
Oh, man, pre-coronavirus, we were getting ready for a great spring. We were excited, getting the patios going at our 4 restaurants, 3 Tacos Tequila Whiskey, 1 fish and beer. And then this hit, kind of pulled the rug out from under us, so we took a day to regroup and just, like you said, man, there's nothing else to do but just pivot, shrunk our menu down, shrunk our staff down, shrunk our hours down, and just trying to survive. And we're open at Govs Park 5 days a week. In Highlands, we just started 4 days a week, testing out breakfast burritos, going to go back out with the food truck, just trying to stay alive, survive, keep the lights on, keep some staff working. But post, we're looking for a badass summer. Love to be back up and running by June or July, and things are back to normal. That'd be great, but who knows what the new normal is going to be.
Hey, Kevin, this is Brian.
Hey, man.
Good evening. Hey, tell us, you're talking about backing up and running, but you are up and running, aren't you? I mean, you've pivoted. You're doing things for people out there.
We're 2 of our restaurants are back up, Govs Park, and then over in the Highlands, we're running 4 days over there. Govs Park is running 5 days. Like I said, the food truck will be out, but we're just trying to be open as much as we can right now, and as the demand calls for it, and then we'll open an extra day. We're just trying to keep people working.
Nice. So tell us how that works. What are we doing? Are we going online, Kevin? Are we calling you direct?
Yeah, the
what's
best way to go to our website, tacostequilawhiskey.com. You can go to Govs Park or Highlands, and you can place your order through Chow Now, Uber Eats, DoorDash, and or you can just walk in and when the weather's nice, the garage doors are rolled up. We don't take orders by phone, so the best way is just going online. Go to our website, and it'll direct you to ordering.
So, pre-coronavirus, how was your delivery or takeout? How did tacos deliver or take out? Did they carry well?
They do carry well. We do a short area. It's like the 5-mile radius when we work with Chow Now. So the delivery's fast. They travel well. It's like anything. It's better in the store, right? Sure. But it does travel well. Our business was okay. It was decent, but it's just a whole new environment.
So Little Rich has been filling me in bits and pieces. Are burritos something that you've done, or is this something you've added to your menu now?
We're in the process of adding it. Rich and I started working on it a couple days ago, and he's given me some great feedback. So I went back to the drawing board this morning and tweaking the recipe on our rice and the beans, and we're getting close. We're getting close. So next week we should be rolling out the burritos. We did breakfast burritos this morning at Gov's, and it worked really well. And then next week, hopefully, we'll be serving some burritos at night.
Wow, and so there's a pivot point right now. You would have, let's say no coronavirus right now. That wouldn't be anything on your mind.
Nah, we wouldn't even be talking about it. We wouldn't even be talking about it. But, some people have suggested it and just changing things up. We're going to start selling meat by the pound, some taco kits, some family pack dinners for 4, whole wood roasted chicken. So, it got us back and got me back in the kitchen and trying to get creative again and just trying to give the public what they want, just getting some really cool feedback.
Yeah, isn't that cool, Greg? Back in the kitchen. And Kevin's such a perfectionist. Kevin, what is it that you're putting in your breakfast burritos? Because I'll tell you, I'm pretty picky about that, and that's something new for you guys.
I thought I saw some potato in a picture.
Yeah, it is new. Yeah, so we work with Little Rich on the tortillas, so we're using, of course, his flour tortilla. So we offer 2, 1 veg, 1 meat. So the meat one we ran this morning was potatoes, chorizo, some jack cheese, and then we make a chili diablo, tomato salsa. The veg one was really, they were both popular, but the veg one I was surprised it sold really well. Potatoes, scrambled eggs, and then we take roasted poblano peppers, cook that down with some cream and cotija cheese, and pour that over the top before we roll it up. That was amazing flavors.
Wow. I'll tell you what, that's, if you're not a vegetarian, you want to be one, and come down and get that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was great. I was happy with that day. I was happy with both of them. That one kind of surprised me. Once in a while, I'll make a dish that just surprises me. I'm like, damn, that was pretty good.
So, Kevin, throughout the Modern Eater here, renownedly, we're a Saturday evening show on K-How and streaming on Facebook and YouTube. We've been Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 p.m., and just keeping people connect, telling their stories, their pivots. It's amazing the amount of stories that we've had, anywhere from Troy Gard to Juan Padro to, go down the list. They've probably been on in the past couple of weeks. I always, okay, we have to have a little bit of silver lining to things right now. We need hopeful stuff to grasp onto, and there's kind of that guilt factor, like you should not be doing anything good or feeling good about anything, right? Now, that's an impossible thing. There are some very bright spots in humanity right now that we haven't seen probably in my lifetime of 47 years. I've never seen togetherness like I've seen it right now. And to see the entrepreneurial spirit of folks pivoting and the ingenuity and the craftsmanship and just new things, innovation that's happening right now. Are you opening a new location right now during this?
Well, we're trying to get our other Tacos Tequila Whiskey opened at York. That was our original location. Maybe within 2 weeks we'll be open there.
I would love to see you do that. And here's the reason why. I think that's a real testament of let's kick this thing's ass. Let's battle this thing down. Let's show that ingenuity and inspire people. We need inspiration right now. If you, and again, selfish reasons, but I think that an opening during a time like this, what a mind blower. What a mind blower. That would just be
hopefully the little bit that we're doing puts a smile on people's faces for 20, 30 minutes a day. They can forget about everything that's going on and just enjoy not being around other people, but enjoy, having a good meal.
Yeah. So with that pivot point, it's the wild, wild west. You can do to-go margaritas. What?
Yeah, those are doing really well. This morning we sold quite a few to-go Bloody Marys, but at night we're selling a lot of margaritas to go. And then as time goes on, our bar staff, they're making new cocktails. They're toying around with a grilled pineapple Serrano chili margarita for next week. I think over in Highlands they're playing around with a strawberry margarita. So it's just something new every week.
Well,
give a
Kevin,
little variety there.
Kevin, I'd like to reiterate what Greg said because I think it is so important about really showing that we can survive and flourish through this. Because in a way, I mean, one of the things that Greg said, and I don't want to be a downer, but boy, we all forgot about 9/11. And we all forgot about how people really pulled together in that disaster. And I feel like right now we're in one of those really not more than, and 9/11 was this for just us in the U.S., but it's interesting how, I would relate that almost to how women with childbirth. A woman, the most pain that they have in their life is childbirth. But then they forget about that and they want to have another kid. And we fight back. And that's where I look at where we are in today's economy is you know what, listen, we have gotten the death punch right now to the food and beverage industry. But how can we show our resilience and fight back and show that we are survivors?
Mm-hmm. Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
So instead of either, what is it, Ozark or Tiger King tonight on Netflix, if you get the time.
Ozark, man, Ozark is what I'm hooked on right now.
And it's not dark at all. It's very like bright and shiny, happy people kind of movie.
Dude, you've got to do this, Chef. Check out on the Modern Eater Facebook page. Look for the Josh Nurnberg interview. Josh Nurnberg out of Grand Junction. If you want motivation, inspiration, just very smart businessman / totally talented chef with an ethos that you just can't even believe that you just have that. Watch that interview, would you, Chef?
I will.
I would love to have you report back on that one. Anything else that you want to just since we've got you on the line here and, we've got my mom and Jay's mom and Brian's girlfriend watching right now.
My mom doesn't watch.
Oh, your mom. Okay.
She doesn't love
one
me,
less. No, there's a lot of industry folks that are online right now. And again, we're trying to keep upbeat and that type of thing. But is there anything you want to talk to folks and say out there on your departure?
No, just hang in there. We're all going to get through this. It's times suck, but it'll make everyone better, everyone stronger. Hopefully, everyone's smarter.
Yeah.
And just keep doing what you do. I mean, we're resilient people in the industry regardless. And then this is testing a lot of us, but we're all going to come out the other side.
Yeah, lean and mean is what folks are getting right now. And Little Rich, I talked to Little Rich. He gives me a lot of good little tidbits just because the guy's been around forever and a day, and he's the mayor. Everybody respects him in the business. Talking about our next segment, we're going to talk about pruning the tree. Now, what does that mean to business? If you have all of these branches out there, especially when things are going okay or you're being a little more creative, how do you prune the tree to make the trunk very viable and strong so that you can be there for your employees when you reopen, so that your business is there, so that you're lean and mean and that you can start to build up and add again? So we're going to talk about how we can prune that tree to get our businesses really strong right now.
Well, and Greg, one thing you might not know is actually this is pruning season.
I know.
For all of the orchards.
Isn't that
right now,
interesting?
all of my cherry and peach growers, apple growers are all out in their orchards. This is that one thing. I mean, so it's like in the world of ag, we are still moving.
Are you pruning right now, Kevin?
We're pruning, so to speak. Yeah, for sure.
Hey, listen, I can't wait until we can get back up to normal and just sit in your dining room again. It's just that's the place we want to be, especially springtime and summertime. Coloradans just can't wait to get back at it. We'll be there to support you, man, and can't wait to have one of those burritos.
Yeah, as soon as I'm happy with them, we'll get some over to you guys for sure.
What does it take to be happy with one of them? What does that mean?
Rich gave me some really good feedback this morning, so I went back and went to the drawing board. I'm almost there. I think the beans are there. The rice, I get one more test, and I think I'll be there.
Nice. Any sneak peeks of what you're doing that's way different and way out of the norm?
I'll tell you the best thing about the whole burrito, and I'm not saying this because it's Rich, but the tortilla, he makes this New Mexican chili tortilla that is amazing. And it just kind of, it stands alone, but it brings all the other flavors together as well. I've never had a tortilla like this. We brought in 4 different tortillas earlier this week, and that one, hands down, was the top-rated for flavor and everything about it. The texture, the flavor, the eye appeal. It's just an amazing tortilla.
So, Kevin, you're saying the canvas is making the artist then?
Yeah, it's like that's what helped our tacos was his little 4-inch corn tortilla. It started with that, and then we just built up. And same with the tortilla. Same with the burrito. We're starting with the tortilla, and then everything follows that.
Hey, man, we have be careful because we have to live with Rich on a daily basis.
I know. So when you go little 4-inch, that doesn't bode well for us in the studio.
He's gonna have to put down his convertible to get his head in his car after that one.
Yeah, there you go.
Kevin, we love you, man. We'll see you soon, okay?
All right, guys, thanks.
Chef Kevin Morrison, Tacos Tequila Whiskey. I forgot. Oh, man. Forgot to ask him about fish and beer.
But I got to tell you, you know, deep down inside of me, I'm a little Hispanic, right? You know that.
You're
right?
full on.
I am
not
full
a little.
On. Well, yeah, you know.
Well, you want to be.
You make Cheeto look like a Norwegian. Hey, is Little Rich? Can you pop Little Rich on for just a half a second, Shannon, before we go to break? Hey, Little Rich, you there?
I'm here.
Hey, did you like that interview?
How could I not?
I know.
And you know, with my fat head, I have to put the top down regardless. So.
Okay, we're going to take a break, Little Rich, a little break, Big Rich, and we'll be back. The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Choose your path through Cyberland.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website, themoderneater.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who owes back taxes, if you get nervous when the mail comes because you might get a letter from the IRS, then you've heard. Their enforcement agents are cracking down this year and can garnish your paycheck, levy your bank accounts. Even your home or business could be at risk over unpaid taxes. It's all true, but it's also true there's a way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. The award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible, protecting your paycheck and your assets from IRS collections. But don't delay, because the IRS is tacking on interest and hefty penalties every single day. So don't wait until it's too late. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Want to bake the best? Bake with the best. Little Rich here from Raquelitas Tortillas and the Modern Eater. Our wraps fold cold and don't break open, yet they're soft and delicious. What's my secret? Ardent Mills. Organic, ancient, and heirloom grains like quinoa, spelt, and more. Locally headquartered in Denver, Colorado, Ardent Mills provides the industry's broadest range of traditional and organic flours, whole grains, customized blends, and specialty products dedicated to providing the culinary industry with the next grains and unique plant-based ingredients. I love Ardent Mills, and I know you will too. To bake the best, you must use the best. Learn more at ardentmills.com.
Taxes, payroll, and workman's comp? Ugh. If you're a business owner, I bet hearing me say those dirty words made you cringe. Hi, I'm Rebecca Berry with Forth, and I know growing and managing a business can seem overwhelming and just daunting at times. But at Forth, we've got you covered. Forth knows you want to take your business to the next level. Forth was designed to be the partner you need and will allow you to free up your time and resources to do what you do best, grow and manage your business. Call me. Let's talk about how I can help. 720-436-8047. That's 720-436-8047. Rebecca with Forth.
Listen up, barbecue lovers. Greg Holland back here for Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. Proud Souls is Denver's authority of all things barbecue. Do you rule your neighborhood with the best backyard barbecue? From beginners to pit masters, Proud Souls has all the equipment you could possibly want. A variety of wood, pellet, and charcoal grills and smokers. Award-winning pit masters and owners of Proud Souls, Dan and Tony, have a passion for barbecue, and it shows. Located on 25th and Federal, Proud Souls retail store is bursting at the seams with your barbecuing essentials, the Spice Guy spices, and superior flavored fuels for your pit like hickory, mesquite, oak, pecan, cherry, apple, peach, maple, grape, and a variety of blends. Hit their website, ProudSoulsBBQ.com, for delicious hands-on barbecue classes and get information on current promotions and deals. For the best in barbecue, locally owned and operated on 25th and Federal, there are guys. Proud Souls Barbecue and Provisions. That's ProudSoulsBBQ.com.
Whose cuisine reigns supreme?
You're listening to the Modern Eater Show,
The ultimate gourmet challenge.
and it's time for In the Kitchen.
Okay, it is a Saturday, March 35th. Day 20 out of 57 since dining rooms have been shut down in the metro area and beyond. 38 days to go. Wow. Day 10 of shelter in place, and people are just losing it. A lot of innovation, though, going on in business, just trying to survive in the Wild West right now as we continue. Greg Holland back, co-host Brian Freeman, Jay Parker doing all the ones and twos, everything. Is it working? Is it working over there for you, Jay?
I'll never be comfortable with doing what I
Really?
do. I just feel like I never will.
Well,
I keep looking at
Brian's
everything.
a natural.
He
So
is.
we're all, and so here it is. It's the Saturday show, and generally we're used to being together, and Brian and I sitting right next to each other, and he's on the stool. He's in the big boy chair right now, and wish he was sitting next to me right now, Brian. Truly do wish you were. As we continue, Little Rich Snyder on the phone. Just a quick housekeeping thing is that as you listen to us on KHOW, I'm not telling you not to like us on Facebook or YouTube, but you should probably keep in touch with us.
Yeah. Well, but don't forget about the Instagram, man, because Jay posts some incredible pictures out there.
Put some
and it's a
stuff
good
out there.
time. And by the way, we are in the kitchen. I want to give our boy Cheeto a shout out because holy smokes, this guy has just been, he's someone that Greg has a huge crush on.
I do.
He sleeps with this picture. And I think that
Cheeto's picture's right here.
There's some validity in it. Oh, I know.
I love
and
Cheeto
you have
to
it
death.
every day. It's like he's your
Cheeto
little
San Pascual.
Cheeto. He's your little
I'm
squishy
San
bear
Pascual.
that you bring to bed.
Hola, I'm Cheeto. San Pascual, do you like Cheeto? I love Cheeto.
But it is, I got to tell you, folks,
Hey,
Cheeto
little-
came down with his own food tonight. He's made us some grits,
Hey, Little
some
Rich, I'm talking to
tacos.
Cheeto with San Pascual right now. We're losing our mind. We're broadcasting too much.
Greg's getting weird with that doll, during the week broadcast. By
That's
Thursday,
okay.
Friday, he talks to the doll more than he does me.
I have to give out the text line number, 720-715-3311.
Somebody texted that number and said that you should do that jingle at the end of the show when you sign off.
I will. Here's one for you. A chef says this on Facebook. Little Rich, get this. Best perk of coronavirus by far as a chef is meeting some of your most loyal customers face to face for pickups. That's for real.
That's a great sentiment.
What do you think of that, Little Rich?
That's pretty awesome. And that's what we've always tried to do at the show is as the chefs the audience, the studio audience gets to watch the chef and talk to the chef as they're cooking food, and that's normally not the norm. So I bet that is a real cool thing. Good for them.
And it's a real thing because, listen, pre-coronavirus, as we call it, chefs right now on a Saturday evening at 6:54, guarantee you they're in that kitchen with their nose down and grabbing tickets off the printer, and they don't have any interaction at all.
They finally get the live applause from the audience. And here's something else I want to throw in about Kevin is Kevin Morrison and I stopped by to see him yesterday. He was behind the grill. He had the rag hanging out of his belt and fresh burn marks all over his forearms.
There you go.
And I pointed him out. I said, "Hey, now there's a working chef." And he's like, "And I love it. I love it." He's happiest behind the grill, and it shows in his food. He's awesome.
Out of all, because listen, let's just face it, service industry people, they're used to be treated like dogs. It's like you're waiting on. It's just a lot of times.
Yes and no. It depends where your hierarchy is.
Why? What do you mean?
Well,
Socioeconomically?
because no.
depending on where
Well,
you're going?
the boys in the back are
most part.
treated like the dogs.
Hey, this is where Jay should jump in and get my back on this.
Man, I'm working on something.
Okay, Little Rich, let's do this. I'm going to give you 3 minutes. Listen, and you're my spirit guide. You know that. Give me a couple of minutes on the importance of pruning the tree. Set that one up, would you?
Well, I like you said earlier, I've been doing this a long time. And so when I think back of just post 9/11 or even post 2008, 2009, whenever we've had an incident like this that, business goes down, and we haven't had it go down in a long, long time. We have found that to survive, you had to do some pruning. And what does that mean? Because I know some people haven't gone through this. And that pruning can mean, I'll tell you what it meant at our plant. We had to stop making certain products. We had to reassess what kind of business are we going to be, what do we want to be at the other side of this? And then take a look at our customers and say, okay, we're going to focus on these customers. So we pruned our products, we pruned our customers, and I'm going to tell you, there's going to be people that are going to find out at the end of this if they do their pruning properly. And I'll define what I think pruning is going to be for the restaurant.
Wait, back up. You just blew my mind. Richie, you blew my mind with something. Pruning customers? What? How do you prune?
Well,
you don't turn anybody away, do you?
Well, there are times you have to. And I know Brian has probably gone through this. And a couple of years ago, we were suffering at Rockalitas. Our problems, we were blessed with really good problems, is that we could not keep up with all the orders. And really, really bad. I mean, we were tripping on ourselves. It was horrible. And we had to determine, okay, of our customers, where do we want to go? And we pulled out of retail. We pulled out of a huge account in 7 states that we've been making product for 14 years. Trim that. The pruning on our product. I was making a gluten-free product. We spent 4 years developing that product. We had it in stores all over the country. We decided it's time to prune that product. And we had a lot of money and a lot of time invested in it. But here's what happened. When we pruned certain products, when we pruned certain customers, our business, in fact, shrunk a little bit, but it also, in fact, was more profitable. And so that's what people are going to get that chance to see as they go through this. And so I'm going to define what I think pruning is in the restaurant world. And we're focusing just on restaurants.
No, you're not, because we're going to break, and Richie, we're going to break, and we're going to do the news, and then you're going to come back and give us that definition of pruning in the restaurant business. What do you think?
You got it. I'm here, baby.
Thank you, sir. Little Rich Snyder, the voice of I'm in a great mood, and, probably one of those things, and what's driving me, and it's community, it's family, it's love, it's figuring this out together, and it's basically just hearing the stories of tough people getting through tough times. That's what's getting me through. All right, Shannon, I think we have about 25 seconds, 30 seconds to go. What do you think?
All right.
All right. I'm just going to go through the news. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back. We're going to regroup. Next, on the other side, Travis Smith, Bistro Colorado. His business took a different turn. Brandon Camp's going to come up, Rebecca Berry, Dr. Sarah Metz, and you. All right, 720-715-3311. All right, we'll see you on the other side.
This is Dan Kaplis. We're little kids. We've all known that there are too many bullies in the world, and that bullies come in all shapes and sizes, from that mean kid on the playground who is so much bigger than everybody else, to the insurance company's CEO who decides that he's going to pad his next bonus by ordering his employees to delay some more, and then deny good people the insurance money they're entitled to and often desperately need. This kind of insurance company bully thinks that he can cheat the victims out of what they deserve because the insurance company is so much bigger and stronger than any of the people it's kicking in the teeth. I live to take down bullies. At my law firm, we've taken on the biggest and the baddest that the insurance company has to offer and won. And because we take righteous cases on a percentage fee basis, no one is priced out of our services. We are a serious firm for serious cases. So if you want us to stand up for you, give me a call. 303-770-5551 or hit dankapleslaw.com. That's dankapleslaw.com.
This is Denver's Talk Station with Ross Kaminsky in the morning and Dan Kaplis in the afternoon. 630 KHOW, Denver.
ABC News, I'm Lionel Moise. President Trump warning the nation next week will be the toughest week of the coronavirus pandemic with even more deaths.
We're fighting for you and we're enduring all of this together. and we will soon prevail together and making a lot of progress.
In the United States, Johns Hopkins University reports more than 301,000 diagnosed cases and more than 8,100 deaths. When asked about Republican governors who have resisted stay-at-home orders for their states, the president had this to say.
We have a thing called the Constitution, which I cherish, number one. Number two, those governors, I know every one of them, they're doing a great job.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau says Canada will not bring retaliatory or punitive actions against the United States. The Trump administration announcing it would prevent the export of protective masks to ensure they are available here. The CDC now recommending Americans wear a cloth face covering in public. This is ABC News. A search and rescue operation for 2 members of the Kennedy family has turned into a search for the bodies of a mother and son after their canoe did not return to shore in Maryland. ABC's Brian Clark has more.
Maeve Kennedy McKean and her 8-year-old son Gideon were last seen in a canoe Thursday. McKean's husband David wrote that while the family was self-quarantining in a home on the Chesapeake Bay, a ball was kicked into a cove and the two got into a canoe to fetch the ball. But the canoe was apparently pushed or blown out into the open bay. The 40-year-old McKean and executive director of Georgetown University's Global Health Initiative is the daughter of former Maryland Lieutenant Governor Kathleen Kennedy Townsend, who's the eldest daughter of the late Senator Robert F. Kennedy. Brian Clark, ABC News.
Hobby Lobby has closed all of its doors in the United States. Almost all store employees will be furloughed, with cuts also hitting corporate and distribution. The store received backlash for staying open even though it was deemed non-essential. Lionel Moise, ABC News.
Balance of Nature's fruits and veggies.
Yeah, you hear the commercials and it sounds, pretty hokey to be perfectly honest, but I definitely have more energy. I don't get sleepy as early as I used to. I have fewer aches and pains. I haven't had any colds. It seems to be working, so I'll keep going with it.
Right now, Balance of Nature is offering 35% off on any new preferred order. Go to balanceofnature.com and use discount code FRUITS.
Investments in securities involve the risk of loss. You've worked hard building up your retirement nest egg, but will it provide the income you need to have a comfortable retirement? Do you have the right investment mix? Stocks, bonds, cash? What about annuities or real estate? If you have $500,000 or more, call for Fisher Investments' free guide, The Definitive Guide to Retirement Income. Call Fisher at 1-800-773-7070. That's 1-800-773-7070.
KRFX HD2 Denver.
Now, impact traffic.
In High Country, westbound I-70, right after Univa Peak, there's almost 7 miles of stop-and-go traffic approaching Vail due to road closure at marker 180. Right now, I-25 northbound looking good from Larkspur, heading to Castle Rock past Castle Pines and through Lone Tree. Your weather report, well, springtime is here, and so are the warmer temperatures. We'll see a high of 60 degrees despite the clouds. Tonight, however, we'll see a low of 36. It'll be much warmer tomorrow with a high of 68. With some partly cloudy skies throughout the day and a low of 36. Right now, it's 58. With your impact traffic and weather, I'm Rudy Reyes on 630 KHOW.
This report is sponsored by Boost Mobile. Step up with Boost Mobile's super reliable, super fast network. Don't suffer from the excruciating pain of a bad network. Step up with Boost Mobile and get a super reliable, super fast nationwide network that'll keep everyone in your family happy. So switch today. Step up with Boost Mobile.
Thinking about getting healthier, sleeping better, or losing those last few pounds? Think Noom. Noom is a totally new approach that uses psychology and small goals to help you make lasting change. Backed by science, Noom shows you the why behind your decisions and habits and gives you the tools to change them for good. So get started today at Noom.com. Noom.com. Change your thinking. Change your habits. Change for good. With Noom.
And said, how
McDonald
awkward to hear the
Hardwoods has the hardwood
silence in
flooring
the
you
studio.
want without the hassle. They specialize
Yeah, I
in
know.
pre-finished hardwoods with finished warranties of up to 35
Different
years.
time right
Find out
now.
more.
It is a
Check out the
different
huge
time,
selection
and,
at macwoods.com.
acclimating the best we can, right?
Are you
Better
looking
than
for
others.
a high-end luxury car at a crazy good price?
Shannon
How
says
about
got 'em.
fantastic customer
Shannon, you
service
talking
too?
about Chef
You
Travis
need my
Smith?
friends at Malik. Got
FYI, I got
Use
you.
Lexus, Land Rover, Mercedes, Audi, and more at big savings.
Still got some rich.
Motors.com.
Chef Josh in Nuremberg, if
Kitchens,
you're
baths, counters, and floors,
on
and even
Facebook,
replacement
you're having to
windows
go
and doors.
through.
You have our word, we'll treat you
Well,
right.
actually, never mind. You don't have to go through the commercials anymore. I just turned them off because now I'm talking, but you're watching a video Grand Junction and Chef Nuremberg's restaurant, Taco Party and Bin 707 Food Bar. And I'll tell you what, man, not only is the food delicious and is he extremely talented, he's the nicest guy in the world and cool. You know, he's just a cool dude.
And you simply want to be treated well. That's what I'd want too.
You know?
And Dad, I know.
And
that's
not a
why
bad
we've done
video
our best
if I do
over the
say
years
so
to make
myself.
their wants.
Dr. Sarah
You
Metz
bet,
the other
Todd.
night
So folks,
with
if
our
you're ready,
outro
we're
video,
ready
you know,
to serve
you
Whether
told me
it's
to
a
start
fresh
playing
new
that.
look in your kitchen
She
or bath,
texted me and
or
she
the
was
warmth
like,
and
that
quiet that replacement
video
windows,
at the
call
end
us.
was
You have our word,
awesome,
we'll
you know,
treat
and I
right
was
at
like,
time.
hey, thank you, exclamation point, exclamation point, dot, 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 Greg made it.
Or
Which one was? Oh, the end
Just
one?
the outro.
Denver's talk station. Available everywhere with the iHeartRadio app.
Now #1 for podcasting.
630 KHOW, an iHeartRadio station.
The following is a paid advertisement. The opinions, viewpoints, and promises made during the following program are not those of KHOW, its staff, management, or parent company, iHeartMedia Incorporated.
How about a bite to eat? It's time for the second course, hour number 2 of The Modern Eater.
What are you hungry for?
Here's to a meal we're all here for.
Delicious and tasty.
Now we're getting to the good stuff.
With your hosts, Greg Hollenbeck, Jay Parker, and Brian Freeman.
Oh, yeah. We love hour 2 of the Modern Eater Show as we continue here on this Saturday, March 35th, Jay.
That's right. March 35th.
Day 20 out of 57.
I mean, that's the count. 57 is what it's technically supposed to be.
38 days to go. Greg Hollenbeck, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker. 38 days to go. Brian, you got 38 more in you?
Do you guys think that we're gonna go that far?
It'll open. I don't know if it'll even open up on the.
Yeah,
it's Monday,
I think
May 11th.
It might go farther.
Do you?
Unfortunately.
Oh man.
I mean, everything I read in the news. I mean, I shared some stuff with you today, Greg, about the fact that the reality is we're doing new norms in grocery stores. I mean, grocery stores are about to start limiting people, start creating one-way lines. This is a start down in Texas that I read today. I think, I read one guy said he's one economist put out a graph today and basically said that, hey, it looks like this chart is plateauing. And I just have to shake my head because the reality is one of the things that I think we all know is it's not going to stop plateauing until we all take it seriously and we all stay at home. And
Did you make a mask, Brian?
I have a mask, yes.
Did you make one?
No, I actually...
You bought it?
No, I didn't buy it.
I'm trying to figure out Jay just plain said he's going to use an old pair of underwear.
Well, I mean, I already have those sport briefs, so they're nice and snug. I just wrap that on my head.
I'm going to use 1 cup of a Berzier.
I would think...
well, obviously, they're doing that for real.
Yeah.
But if Jay's using undies, should I share mine with him? Jay, would it make you feel better? Would you feel closer to me during the week when we're not together?
Let me think about that.
Yeah, no. Hey, Little Rich Snyder?
I'm here.
All right, have you made your mask yet?
No, I have not. But, I'm thinking of tearing up an old Robert Graham shirt. I mean, if I'm going to make a mask, it's got a style,
Absolutely.
Robert Graham, he's going there.
Richie, here we are. Saturday. Here's our show, right? The Modern Eater Show, 6 to 8 p.m. on KHOW, iHeartRadio, and streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. But we've been doing some shows from 2 to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday. You've turned into number one fanboy. You number one fanboy.
Well, and for one reason is, honestly, Greg, you're doing a tremendous job. You and Jay. You're getting on the right people, talking about the right thing. I think also, all of us are so used to dealing with so many people every day that suddenly when you're in this home isolation and you're home with maybe just 1 or 2 people, you miss your tribe. And that I'm seeing that the show is a way for everyone to connect for at least a couple hours a day and listen to everyone and share our problems, and like, oh, I'm not the only one that's feeling this way or worried about this, and also to share ways of solutions of how we're going to come out of this, encouragement. And tonight, with Kevin getting ready to reopen his second store and maybe his third, we get to share those victories because there's going to be some important victories through this.
Mm-hmm. I'll tell you what, if you get stuck too much in news and reading and doomsday and we're all going to die and there is no hope, hopefully the Modern Eater Show has been kind of a beacon of light for folks that are doing inspiring things right now, for folks that are innovative and pivoting and beating the odds, I guess you would say. So if anything that we're doing, it's just a pleasure that we have. I was telling this to Little Rich the other day. It's like, okay, the Modern Eater Show, not only do we have the show, but we have our own station, which is the Modern Eater Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram. So you can tune in and check out all this content throughout the week, and I encourage you to do so. Last hour, we left off talking about pruning, and that's a part of pivoting. Business survival and how you do that. You're worthless to your employees. You're worthless to your bank. You're worthless to your landlord. You're worthless to your vendors. You're worthless to everybody if you're overextended and on the brink of just going out of business, of shuttering. So pruning, to be able to keep the trunk or the roots of your tree nice and healthy, is very important right now, and that's the analogy that we're using.
Well, Greg, I'm curious to hear what is Little Rich's definition?
That's what he's going to do.
Yeah.
He's going to do it for, you're going to talk about as it relates to restaurants right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, and this is what got people through the last time this happened, something of close to this magnitude. I mean, the other thing, reality is, nothing like this has happened to us in our lifetime. This is one of those times where we're going to define everything before or after this. And but I think that pruning, how it relates to a restaurant, like cheese. Here's a perfect example on a menu. If you've got a cheesecake style menu, now is really the time to ratchet that thing down to get your food costs in line. I think people that have, for example, in 2008, I had customers that had, say, 7 restaurants going into that. They came out with 4 to 5, but they were all healthy restaurants. And they shared with me that at the end of that, I closed 3 restaurants, and yet my bottom line was better. And so, I mean, that's what people, I think, are going to find out in this. They're pruning to stay alive. The silver lining is they're going to find out I'm probably more profitable now. And that's what I think is going to be coming out of this. We're going to see who's really committed also to this industry.
Yeah, who's playing around and who's the real deal. Rich, and gosh, it really struck me something that you just said there, because I think that there is a notion or a feeling that everybody should feel guilty right now to do anything creative that could be profitable.
Oh no, I think you've got to try some different things. And realize, probably a couple of them aren't going to be taking you in the direction you wanted to go in.
Richie,
but people are going to, yes.
Oh, no, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, I think people are going to come out of this. I think in the long run, it is going to be one of those things where they look back and go, wow, I sure wouldn't have chose to that type of situation to learn these lessons, but I learned some really valuable lessons, and it made me a better business person. It made me a better operator. It made me appreciate my team more, my customers more, and this whole industry. It's like yesterday. I got to tell you, when I went down to, I bought some burritos from Kevin. I had to be the first one to buy burritos from him, and in that moment, I'm watching him with fresh burn marks on his forearms, and I'm seeing him so happy behind the grill, and he comes out, and we're talking about how when he first started and all these things, and how we're going to hang together, and all of us are going to get through this. And in that moment, I honestly almost got emotional in my car as I was writing the little Facebook post, because I was like, I realized in the tough times how much I love this business and how much I love our customers and our vendors and everybody in this thing. And this is going to be a shaking off of, if you don't really love this industry, now's probably the time to get out. But if you love it, you stay in here, you're going to be even more committed, and there's going to be more to harvest at the tail end of this.
Hey, Richie, Brian here. Can I ask you a favor? One of the things that I would like to hear is somebody defend business owners right now that have to make the tough decisions and lay people off, because I don't think what we are talking about in the spirit of what we are trying to drive home right now is the fact that if we do prune this tree, we'll get more fruit. If we make the right decisions, in the off season, we will get a better harvest. And so could you defend some business owners? Because I know, listen, there's not a business owner in the world who wants to lay someone off. But we've had to make sure that we're still around at the end to hire more people and to restart the business when we can. So I'm going to turn that over to you, Rich.
Well, it's true. Everything that you said, I totally agree with. And that's part of this pruning thing is that, pruning is, okay, we need to find out those inefficiencies, whether that's in an item on our menu, whether it's a bad lease, whether it's, just our cost structure. And get that lean and mean and get down to it, and you will have a stronger business at the end of this. And you know what? There is going to be another side to this because the reality is everybody's like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? If you really look at the customers, the people that were eating, the people in the dining rooms and the patios, they're not here because they made us shut down. It's not that customers don't want to come and eat. It's just they can't right now. So the demand is just had this wall built up. It's not out of free choice. Trust me, if they said, hey, you know what, we're going to give everyone a 3-day pass, go eat, besides if we didn't get each other sick. But, I mean, how full would all the restaurants be? And so the demand is still there. It's just now we've got to withstand it. And as you're saying, yeah, you're going to have to make some tough choices on, we may have to.
And which is interesting, Richie, because a lot of this business is doing business with friends. People are doing business with people right now. Brands aren't necessarily doing business with brands, and you better learn that. Little Rich Schneider is on the phone with us. Travis Smith is going to come up next with Bistro Colorado. He chose to close his doors for the time being for different reasons and very ethical reasons. What I want to levy is the conversation right now of those folks that aren't team players, that those folks that go into a business and they say, you know what, I'm a head chef. And where's my sous chef and my sommelier, my dining room? And the business owners are like, listen, everything looks differently right now. You have to be a team player in order to fit into this organization. We'd like to keep you around. What about those folks that you're seeing true colors from people right now? What about those folks that go into an organization and they demand things and they're in it for themselves and they're absolutely thrown off kilter because of all of the change right now? What do we say to folks that are our friends, that are in the business with us, and we have to actually do business? Do we trim the fat and just do it business-wise, or how do you appease to their better senses?
Ooh, that's a big question, and I think a very valid one, and one that you're going to find out people's true colors. That are they here for the I'm the chef and I've got the. I mean, anytime if I go in somewhere and someone's got a sparkling clean chef's jacket, they must be in the office. They ain't behind the grill. And I mean, you find these chefs like Alex Seidel. I remember going to see him, and he's there prepping, man. He's cutting onions and tomatoes. Trust me, Alex doesn't need to be doing that. If anyone's earned the right to not have to do that, it's him. But he does it out of choice because that's just how he's wired. He loves the game. And that's what's going to separate the people. That if you love the game more than you love the money, you're going to stay here. But if you're coming here just for the money, this is probably going to be that shakeout time.
Or the ego. And it's like if you're a chef right now.
That's exactly where I was going to go.
Yeah, and you're not able to actually go maybe even make a delivery because you're too good for that. You're going to get left behind in this climate right now. People really need to do an integrity check. Because if they're pissing off people that they're doing business with or work with, boy, they're going to learn some hard realities. Jared Leonard says, preach, Greg. I'm telling you, man, I'm starting to listen. Jared Leonard, love what Rich is saying. Uncomfortable pruning. We'll have it stronger. Learn industry afterwards. Mark Harvey. I mean, people are tuning in on this, and right now the pivot points and being team player and respecting a business and a business decision and how you fit in. If you're not doing that right now, man, you're going to get your ass kicked. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, and I'm going to tell you, what's going to take you through this, and Brian will, I bet I'm going to, when I say this, Brian will be shaking his head, is in agreement, is that the people that are going to stay on are those that are willing and able to wear more hats than they did a month ago.
Yeah.
As I've told my crew, I don't know what, we know what your job was a month ago. Get ready for that to change. Mm-hmm. You're probably going to have to carry some more duty.
And don't be bitter little, don't be a bitter little bitch. Understand. I'm telling
was
you,
that
man.
To me?
No, it wasn't to you. I'm seeing some things out there. Folks, this is a tough time for all of us right now, but you're doing business with friends, you love friends, and we're all trying to keep together. Just pitch in. Just be for the greater cause. If you can't do that, get the hell out of the game. Just that's it.
Yeah.
Sick of it.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
Travis Smith coming up next. Thanks for your time, Little Rich.
We'll see you guys soon.
All right, man. There he is, Little Rich Snyder. You guys, what a conversation, huh?
Yeah, Little Rich really has his thinking brain on.
Mark Harvey says, this will be a great time to learn who is who. Who's in it because they love it and who's in it for their ego.
It's true. Absolutely true. I'm fortunate to not have an ego. That's just, and listen, man, that's not my decision. That's what the universe did to me as a human being. So I don't have to, I'm just one of the fortunate ones that doesn't have to worry.
Business doesn't resemble what it did 4 weeks ago. That's just the way that it is. Everybody's trying to pivot. Josh Nurnberg tunes in. Man, Josh, I love you, dude. You're doing such great work. Ryan Evans tunes in. Mark says, cut my teeth in the restaurant industry, and it's always stays in your blood. Yeah, unfortunately. It's a servitude type of thing. Folks are everywhere. We appreciate you tuning in Monday through Friday, just hammering it out, 2 to 5 p.m. We'll be here for you. The Modern Eater Show continues. Travis Smith next.
Shoot your path through Cyberland.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website, themoderneater.com.
Sponsored by Eagle Publishing.
Warning, if you thought it was safe putting your money into a retirement plan all these years, then think again, because you're about to get sucker punched by the biggest tax to hit Americans' retirement savings in over 100 years. Everything you've worked for and put away for retirement, your 401ks, IRAs, even your pensions. This Congress is coming for it, using a new law that quietly passed in the final days of 2019 and gives the IRS the green light to be able to confiscate 30% or more of your retirement savings. It's all spelled out in plain English in this free new book from the Center for Retirement Security. It's called The New American Retirement Plan. Get your free copy of The New American Retirement Plan and learn how you can still take back your retirement from the prying hands of Uncle Sam. Text the word RETIRE to 48542 and find out how this free new book can literally save your retirement. Text RETIRE to 48542 for your free copy. Text RETIRE to 48542.
Hey, it's Greg calling back for gluten-free things. Are you intolerant or sensitive to gluten? Or maybe you're a gluten-free lifestyler? Is your menu limited because you've eliminated gluten from your diet? Are you missing the taste of foods that traditionally contain gluten? What if I told you that you can add breads, pizzas, muffins, cakes, cookies, waffles, croissants, English muffins, the list goes on, right back to your menu? Gluten-Free Things is a local gluten-free and vegan bakery that reintroduces you to the foods you love. Owner John Irvin believes gluten-free shouldn't taste like the box that it's packaged in. Trust me when I tell you, the products from his bakery in Arvada are fresh, flavorful, and masterly crafted, leaving you with a product that tastes like the real thing. Simply delicious. The bakery is located in Arvada on 64th and Sims across the street from Arvada West High School. Check out their website at glutenfreethings.com. You'll be amazed with the variety of gluten-free products they make. And chefs, don't leave your gluten-free restaurant guests without options. Contact John at info@glutenfreethings.com.
1008.
Glutenfreethings.com to see what he can do for you. Give him a shot. 116
You are up.
West 64th Avenue in Arvada. It's Gluten-Free Things.
Okay, Travis Smith on the way right now. I'm going to talk to you about the Modern Eater real quick. In this very difficult time, most of our sponsors are food service people that have just been devastated. Their businesses have changed overnight. They've still supported the Modern Eater Show. That'll tell you something. Mm-hmm. We're completely honored to have these folks that are trying to figure out what they're going to do and survive. Now's the best time than ever. We have spent and made it our personal mission and journey for 5 years since we've started the Modern Eater Show to tell the stories of the folks, the men and women in the service industry, from producers to ranchers to farmers to brewers to distillers to manufacturers to restaurateurs, restaurant owners, chefs, front of the house, back of the house, you name it, down the line. Selflessly, we've never asked for a thing. Our sponsors are who pay our bills. And right now it's more important than ever to go to themoderneater.com and look at our list of sponsors. Support local. Whether it's our sponsors or somebody else, $1 going to our community is $1.60 will stay here. And that 60 cents is bigger and better than ever. If you're going through a choice of where you're going to go through McDuck's fast food or you're going to buy something locally from a restaurant right now, please, I encourage you, do that. We're going to be here for you. We hope we can stick around, and we're doing what we can. That's the Modern Eater. Thanks for tuning in. Travis Smith now.
Hey, this is Brother Luck from Colorado Springs. All right, you ready? Owner of 4x Brother Luck and Lucky Dumplings. I mean, he's a very, very impressive man. And you're rocking with the Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, back at it. Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, Chito in the house. He got tested, man.
It turns out he is
no coronavirus.
Mexican.
Yes, he's 100% Mexican.
He got tested, and
you guys, by the way, you're so wrong. He is the biggest white boy from Iowa that you ever met, man.
Oh, God.
Let the truth be told.
We know love. We know love.
His grandma, though. His grandma's Mexican.
That's right.
She's a true from down south, and I love her. I love her. Love it all.
Okay, this week, 2 to 5 p.m., right? Tune in. I promise you, sometime this week, I'm going to shave my hair, right? And not for, but all we want, Jay, is just views and people spreading the word, right? So if there's any given point this week, 500 viewers, live viewers, boy, right there. Yeah. 500 over the top.
Are you going to do it, or can somebody else do it?
I don't want anybody touching me.
Well, that's
Cheeto wants to. Oh, Cheeto got tested. You could do it, Cheeto.
Yeah.
But, Greg, one thing I'll say, a man who is not unfamiliar with the sound of those shears is Travis Smith, who's just about to be on. Travis was the chef for our armed services. Travis was someone who was doing menu planning for our armed services. Travis is someone who has been walking down the line in his career to get his master chefs. Travis has been all over the world.
Do you want another fact?
Not only this country. Yes, go ahead.
Travis Smith, Carrie Baird served under the tutelage of Travis Smith. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
All right, Travis Smith on the phone with us right now. Travis Smith, boy, I bet you've never had an introduction like that in your life. Bistro Colorado.
Not quite like that, but man, I appreciate it. You guys are doing a great job. I love you guys.
A lot of passion going on tonight, man.
Yeah, I like the picture you put up. That picture was right there when I was a professor over there at the Metro State University of Denver, and man, you good selection there, Jay.
That's why you tune in on Facebook to see that's a teenage Travis, right? No.
Yeah, pretty much. I think it was, I took it yesterday, but, you know.
Good-looking guy. Hey, listen, man, so Travis Smith, he reached out last Saturday night on the Modern Eater Show. And you were in that kind of quandary of, what you're going to do, and you've watched a lot of it. Well, first of all, I'll let you do it. You've watched some interviews on the Modern Eater and taken in a lot of knowledge, right? And then we're going to talk about ethical stuff that comes into play, but kind of do the setup. Talk about yourself for a minute, Travis Smith, and then Bistro Colorado, and then we'll jump into a cool interview.
Okay, so, I started out with my culinary career here in Denver, and did my apprenticeship with Michael Campy down at the time it was the Radisson Hotel in Denver. Now it's the Sheraton. It's been the Adams Mark. It was the Hilton before.
I know you're dating yourself there, Travis.
Yeah, I'm an old guy. Going on 53 this year. Class of '85, Bear Creek High School, Lakewood, Colorado. I went to Warren Tech. It's a career tech center, vocational technical center there in Lakewood. Last 6 months of my high school career went there, and then I joined the apprenticeship program, the American Culinary Federation, apprenticeship program. Did that right there with Michael Campy. Actually started at the Sheraton Hotel in Lakewood up on Union Boulevard and 6th Avenue. And then he left. He went to the Radisson down in Denver, and I finished up with him there. Then the day after my graduation, which was at the Brown Palace, I went into the military, went into the Army by choice as a cook. And quick story, found out they had an Army culinary competition team, got interested in it. Somebody was looking out for me. One of my mentors, one of my senior officers said, hey, I want you to try out for this. I want you to do this. I was stationed in South Korea, and the Gulf War kicked off in 1991, and I was in South Korea. But we weren't going to the Gulf War, but they sent me to try out for this culinary competition team, and I went there and did that, and it was a tough time for all of us in the world. But it turned out that I made this team, and I started to groom my career. People groomed me for world-class food, honestly. Carrie Baird's a different story. I want to go into that later if you get a chance. She's awesome.
It's 7:31 on 630 KHOW, our iHeartRadio affiliate. Streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Travis Smith on the line with us, Bistro Colorado. That's the setup. We do have to take a break. Let's take a break. We're running behind in this. I'm going to bump Brandon Camp to Monday. And Rebecca Berry is going to join us with the doctor, Dr. Sarah Metz, at 7:45. I want to come back and spend a full segment. You chose to close down Bistro Colorado for a little while. We had a personal conversation on the phone this afternoon. I commend you. You're an ethical man. You took in all of the and like a chef would do. You look at what ingredients you have to work with, and then you figure out your menu from there. Your choice is to shut down right now and regroup. And if you want to figure out why Travis Smith, the chef, decided to do that, you'll want to stick around, because we're going to tell you when we get back on the Modern Eater Show.
Choose your path through Cyberland.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website, themoderneater.com.
If your family depends on your income and something happened to you, what would happen to them? You need life insurance, and SelectQuote can help you get it at a price you can afford.
SelectQuote found Jacob, 40, who's in excellent health, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $19 a month.
Not in perfect health? Don't worry.
SelectQuote found Tanya, 40, who has type 2 diabetes, a 10-year, $500,000 policy for only $32 a month.
We shop companies like Protective, Prudential, American General, and others to find you the company with the best rates. Give your family the security they need at a price you can afford.
For your free quote, call 1-800-881-4747. That's 1-800-881-4747. Or go to SelectQuote.com. That's 1-800-881-4747.
SelectQuote. We shop, you save.
Get full details on the example policies at SelectQuote.com/commercials. Your premium could vary depending on your health, issuing company, and other factors. Not available in all states.
Hi, I'm Charlie Gottenkenny, brewmaster at Brews Beers, Denver's award-winning Belgian-style brewery. I am very pleased to tell you that our new tap room at Colfax and York in Congress Park is now open, and it is a unique experience. It's close to great restaurants, has a big sunny patio for warmer days, will feature live music, and it has a very cool contemporary Belgian-style bar and tap room. To celebrate our second location, we have 18 beers on tap, including several limited edition sour and barrel-aged beers. For some holiday good cheer, try our figgy pudding and our unique champagne beer, Brut Le Grand. Check it all out on our website, brewsbeers.com. That's Brews, spelled B-R-U-Z, at 67th and Pecos, and now open in Congress Park at Colfax and York. Join us this week at either location for some serious Belgian-style badass.
Wear black and eat spices. Hey, Modern Eater listeners, this is Zach from The Spice Guy, Colorado's favorite spice company. Spice is the variety of life. At The Spice Guy, we have a passion for sourcing the best ingredients from the best farmers all over the world. Choose from thousands of different GMO-free spices and ingredients, or let us create and blend custom flavor profiles for whatever style of food it is that you're working with. With over 1,000 restaurants, food brands, and chefs behind us, you can't go wrong when you choose The Spice Guy for all your spice needs. The Spice Guy.
Spicy.
Born in Breck, raised in Denver.
TheSpiceGuyCo.com.
Hey, you know what? It's the new year, and everyone's always looking for new ways to be more profitable. And so they always attack the different line items. But one almost everybody never looks at is their utilities, what they're spending on natural gas.
Call me.
Brian, do you have any tips for us on how to save money on natural gas?
Absolutely. Just call me. Call me. That's all you got to do.
What's that number, Brian?
That number is 720-245-5771.
Be sure and give Brian a call at Encore Energy.
Hi, this is Lori Midson. I'm a food hack, a.k.a. food writer. I was just told that I should put my line. And you're listening to The Modern Eater Show on iHeartRadio.
Okay, we're back. The Modern Eater Show continues in the last stretch of it right now. Chef Cheeto's here with us, and I don't know, just throw him a mic real quick if you would. Chef Cheeto. Here, take this mic, Chef Cheeto. You can hear us talking. Chef Cheeto, for those of you that don't, everybody, why do I say that? Everybody knows Chef Cheeto. Chef Cheeto, your role at the Pepsi Center.
Yes, executive sous chef there.
Yeah, bring that microphone real quick.
Executive sous chef.
Executive sous chef. Do you still have a job?
I do.
Wow.
Yes, luckily I do.
That's fantastic. What is the Pepsi Center doing anything right now?
No, it's completely shut down. There can only be 5 people at a time in the building. That's 2 security.
In the whole Pepsi Center?
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness.
And right now we're just not going in. None of us Legends employees are going in
But
all.
retained you.
Well,
and who else? Who else did Legends retain?
Well, KSC and the other cleaning company, I forgot what they are, but none of us can be in there. Only one of us.
When I say retain, were there a lot of furloughs or layoffs with
No,
Legends?
none. They've been taking care of our payroll, so we getting paid. All of our hourly employees and us management is getting paid. So lucky to work for that company.
And that's a big thing, Cheeto, because we heard today, I mean, there's some restaurants in Colorado that the employees have gone and their checks have bounced.
Yeah, yes,
and that's got to be a tough
I did hear that
thing.
about too. But luckily we've been getting through this. We don't know when it's going to end. We don't know if they're going to keep doing this, our company.
Yeah.
I do know other competitors are reducing the pay rate from
or the hours, probably.
Hours and pay rate from management, too, up to 20%.
Yeah. Trying
I have
to figure
a lot
out,
of friends.
I mean, but seriously, a lot of kudos to those that are, because think of the onboarding process. How much it costs to actually bring in, and Brian, you know that more than anybody else, what it costs to train somebody, bring them on. The whole onboarding process.
Not just, time. It takes a lot of time to train. We've been in the building for 5 months, and it was a struggle the first 4 months, and it's taken us almost a whole season to get where we wanted almost to be as an okay team.
As much as I miss you, because I love you to death, I miss sports.
I know,
so
man.
bad.
It's so sad.
You never knew how much sports actually enhanced your life until now. You know?
Exactly.
Oh man, I'm so happy to see you not on the bench right now and settled in, because you do such a great service, and the Pepsi Center just runs so well with you.
Exactly. And what we want to do as a company now, we want to help out whoever needs help. So I do have a team of 5 chefs ready to go on call. So if any of you three knows,
okay, you got a call to action right now?
If you guys want to say like, hey, here's the food, here's this kitchen, let's cook food.
Chefs for hire.
We're in it.
How do they get a hold of you, Cheeto?
Well, just Instagram, Facebook, Chef Cheeto, or you guys, through you guys. You guys have my contact, so
yes, we do.
Just call Craig and, Brian, and
hey,
let me know.
Greg, you can do it, Craig. No.
Well, but I think what Cheeto said, though, is really important that I don't think a lot of people understand. It's about talent. And it's when the reality is when you have worked hard to attract the right talent,
Yeah.
You don't want to
Keep it
see
intact.
just because something like this is going
so
on.
much talent on the bench
that you
right
lose
now.
that talent. Well, they're on the bench, Greg, but I think that there are people that are still.
You wanna
they're on
keep
the
them.
bench, but they're in the game
Exactly.
still.
You want to keep them because if we tell them, hey, all right, just go and apply, and get money from the government and everything, we have to bring a whole nother crew, and then we go back to stay, day one, which we've been working hard to get to this point right now that I physically don't have to be in the kitchen trying to execute a game, with all these locations. I can actually have, I have teams going, all right, you got suites, you got this. We don't want to let them go. As a company, they're like, you know what? We love our employees. Let's pull money out of our pocket and keep them there.
That's betting on your future.
Exactly.
That's betting on your employees and your future. Thanks, Cheeto. Good to see your face.
Yeah, good. I miss you guys. I do miss cooking. I was loving it over there.
I know. Cheeto was in the kitchen tonight.
I was just focused trying to make grits.
I know. And seriously, this kitchen is just a community leader. We open up this kitchen every Saturday night to folks come in here.
I miss it here.
We'll be back to normal soon. Keep your head to you.
Amen.
Huh? Don't freak out on anybody.
Never.
All right.
Hey, man, sports, I wouldn't even know.
Travis Smith, online, Bistro Colorado. Thanks for being patient. Cheeto was here with us, Travis. Do you know Cheeto?
Not yet, but we're going to get to know each other.
Not yet. We will. Yes, you will get to know him. And, Travis, we're going to have you in here cooking in the kitchen. Okay, Bistro Colorado, Travis Smith. Chef, we're talking about your story. We had about a 10-minute conversation. We've got 4 minutes to spend with you right now. I'm going to be quiet and let you just take it away. The conversation from last Saturday night for you figuring out what you're going to do with Bistro Colorado to this week, this Saturday night, just go. Talk about it.
All right, so nobody wants to shut down their restaurant unless they absolutely have to. And it comes down to, honestly, it's like what's the better thing to do? What's the right choice to make? What's the right decision? It comes down to ethics and justice. And honestly, I wouldn't have shut it down. I was running it almost by myself. I wanted my staff there. They're coming back. We're going to get everybody back. We're going to get everything rolling again. Everybody's going to be making money again. But we had to do it. We had a near miss with someone who may have had the coronavirus. Actually, they were confirmed they had the coronavirus. It was through a chain of events, but it was through a confirmed. Actually, somebody died last week. It was in the El Paso County Sheriff's Department. Someone that I know closely was through contact, through transmission, was contacted through the deputies, the sheriff's office, and it could have got to me. And I'm like, we can't risk it. It's too important. You got to make a decision.
Man, Chef, I'm telling you. First of all, way to go. Safe than sorry right now. One of the notes that Brian passed me before the show tonight was if chefs or farm workers or anybody that's handling food gets coronavirus, will we have food to eat? So the decision was for you not to be a part of the problem, to be a part of the solution. That's amazing, and that's an ethical choice. And I'm going to hand it over to Brian Freeman to talk just for a minute because, again, this is a man that has forgotten more about produce and food chain than we'll ever know in a lifetime. And the importance of keeping our food safe and keeping people safe that are handling food, that if those ethical decisions are not made on that business level to where sacrificing money in a business is more important than actually staying open for commerce, that's a big deal, Brian.
It is. It's huge. I mean, it really touches me right now in a way that most don't know. I would say, from my perspective, I'm most concerned not about contracting it for myself, but for spreading it. And so I commend. What Travis just said really touches me quite a bit because
he did the right thing.
I commend him because the reality is Travis, I got to tell you, I think people would be afraid right now to say my kitchen might have been contaminated,
10-4.
my business might have been contaminated,
Yes.
anything.
That was an ethical call, and Travis is actually risking his business going forward by making that call.
Yeah.
And listen, make no doubt, Travis, you have no symptoms, do you?
I'm symptom-free. My family's symptom-free. There's nothing going on with that regard. We're just taking precautions. We're doing what we believe is right, and it didn't take but a split second to decide what we had to do.
Well, and Travis, you're in a place where you've invited the ACF in to use your kitchen there at your new location, which is, you're doing a lot of things for a lot of people. Cheeto's raising his hand in the room and saying that. And so this is what you
Wait, hold on a second. Cheeto just said he'll take you. I would actually consider this, Travis, and we'll brainstorm on this. But Cheeto put his hand up and said, you know what, Travis, I'll put my hand up and possibly help you out with your kitchen up and running. With this guy's social media and what he does marketing-wise, this might be something interesting. We might be onto something here. Are you up to getting a little creative, Travis, and pivoting?
All the time, forever the student. I'm always looking to learn. I'm always looking to. That's why I like to watch you guys so much. It's ongoing opportunity to learn and to take what we pick up from the Modern Eater and other places. It's all over the internet, but take it and synthesize. Take what you can pick up from everybody and learn, and then implement it. Innovate.
Travis, I'm not going to say goodbye because, first of all, you're with us Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 p.m. You're watching the stream. We love you for it. This isn't goodbye. This is to be continued. Monday, when we're going to talk, I'm going to give you Cheeto's phone number. Let's see. The Modern Eater wants to. I've told you, we're going to get behind you. We'll see what we can do. I'd love to figure something creative out. So you stand by, Chef Travis.
All right.
All right, Chef Travis Smith. Bistro Colorado, we continue. Dr. Sarah Metz up next, Code 4 Counseling, and Rebecca Berry. The Modern Eater Show continues.
Choose your path through Cyberland.
Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and Facebook for all the fun photos and videos. Just search The Modern Eater or check out the website, themoderneater.com.
If you're one of the millions of Americans who owes back taxes, if you get nervous when the mail comes because you might get a letter from the IRS, then you've heard. Their enforcement agents are cracking down this year and can garnish your paycheck, levy your bank accounts. Even your home or business could be at risk over unpaid taxes. It's all true, but it's also true there's a way out. It's called the Fresh Start Initiative, an important government program for tax debt assistance. The award-winning experts at Optima Tax Relief will fight to get you the best deal possible, protecting your paycheck and your assets from IRS collections. But don't delay, because the IRS is tacking on interest and hefty penalties every single day. So don't wait until it's too late. Call Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Hey guys, Chris Johnson here, owner of Rome Sausage, your hyper-local source for all things sausage awesomeness. My family is proud to carry on the fine traditions of Rome's founder, Jerry Rome, by producing a variety of amazing sausage in small batches with an eye on quality, not quantity. Every batch is made here in the great state of Colorado by hand mixing spices, utilizing lean cuts of pork to make an outstanding product. Sourcing ingredients and materials locally, we are committed to supporting local vendors, chefs, restaurants, and the entire Colorado food scene. Getting hungry yet? Brats, Italian, breakfast, hot Polish, green chili, chicken apple, and the world's best chorizo. You can source all of our sausage through a variety of food service distributors. If your distributor doesn't carry it, call us. We'll come direct. You want a custom item? We'll do that too. Samples, and of course, sausage jokes, can be had by contacting me directly at chris@romesausage.com or by phone at 303-296-7663. The Modern Eater loves Rome Sausage, and I know you will too.
Hey, it's Chef Elon Wenzel, owner of Element Knife Company. If you cook,
then you'll know the importance of a quality knife and proper care. My training in Japan exposed me to exceptional cutlery. That's why I am so excited to offer you the knives I fell in love with. Element Knife Company is chef-driven, and my goal is to support and educate. Get at me for a knife clinic or conversation. Find me at elementknife.com or by simply calling 303-460-4628. For the best knives in your kitchen, think Element Knife Company.
What do you get when you have two women who love to play with corn? A unique craft distillery, of course. Let me explain. Hi, my name is Alex Tudor. My mom and I own Meridian Spirits, located right here in Colorado. Chances are you've seen our award-winning Coupe Gin and Coupe Vodka on the shelves at many fine local retail locations. Here's our mission. My mom and I believe that family is important, and our business is a reflection of that. When you taste our delicious and locally crafted spirits in a cocktail or by themselves, you'll taste our passion for what we do. Hear our story and watch our progress this year on The Modern Eater. We love to share because everything is more fun with friends. Next time you choose a vodka or gin, consider us, Meridian Spirits.
Now it's time for the Modern Eaters Booze in the News segment.
I like my beer cold, my meat grilled, and my entertainment explosive.
All we need is a chair and a cooler beer.
Here's your booze news.
And I like my mood good. At least trying, man. Usually, Brian, you're dancing, booze in the news. This is going to be mental health that you can use on the Modern Eater Show. What a week it's been. I'm in a good mood right now, and I don't want to feel guilty for it. Elizabeth Wozner joins. Hi, Elizabeth. Good to see a lot of our friends. Right now with us, Dr. Baby Yoda, Dr. Sarah Metz, joining us from Code 4 Counseling. How are you?
I'm good. How are you guys doing?
I think good. I don't know.
Yeah?
Yeah, and I think Rebecca Berry's on the line, too.
I am. It's like a family reunion.
I love it.
Hi,
So
guys.
it's Greg, Brian, Jay, Rebecca, Sarah, and Chef Cheeto. That's
We got a good group here tonight.
We're all in our places with sunshiny faces, and we continue right now into booze. This is usually where we just share a drink right now, you guys. Does anybody have a drink? Brian and I are drinking wine.
I have wine.
Rebecca has wine.
Water. I know fun.
Water? Okay, Jay, what about you?
Me and you, Doc. I just realized.
Jay's doing coffee.
Also good.
No, it's terrible.
Greg. Yeah, cheers to you, my friend.
Terrible for me.
I know. Here we go. Family, and family's an interesting thing because we've talked about it, Doctor. Here it is. It's March 35th. It's a Saturday. Mm-hmm. Day 20 out of 57, 38 days to go till we get back to our favorite restaurants, dining rooms, and patios. Day 10 of shelter in place. If you tune into the nightly news, we're all going to die, right? I mean, that's the way that looks. And if you go onto Facebook, everybody believes it because now it's everybody make a mask. And it's terrifying to see that because it's like Halloween every day. And I'm for sure the biggest Halloween character is going to be what's his name? Joe Exotic. That's this
for
year,
sure.
Joe
Yeah,
Exotic.
yeah.
So keeping family together while nerves are frayed. Rebecca Berry, how are you holding up?
You know, I'm holding up pretty well, you guys. I have kind of reevaluated some things. You know, I think we all came together earlier this week to decide where, you know, it's more valuable and to have my energy spent on some things, which has been more in the field with you guys and also with sports. So I'm getting a good night's sleep. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling positive. I don't think we're all going to die and this is all over. I think it's I had a good talk with Rich Snyder last night. Like it's kind of a rebirthing of things and some creativity is going to come out of this. So I'm pretty solid right now.
Good. Okay, we'll go round robin. Jay, how are you?
I'm doing all right. I'm doing okay. I am.
Actually, I've been seeing good things out of you, Jay. Hey, Doctor, haven't you seen Jay growing in the?
I love it. I actually kind of sort of believe him when he says he's doing well.
Oh, see, that's how good of a liar I am. It's all in the details.
You did hear her, though. She said kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
Kind of, sort of. I didn't full on agree.
I'm good. Talk to somebody.
Brian, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'll pass.
Yeah.
Doctor, talk to Brian. Ask him why would you want to pass?
Well, I'm guessing he wants to pass because he's in a not so great mood. And Brian, I'll feel your pain there, and I'll admit to it. I'll go first and say, not a great day for me.
Really?
And you know what? That's okay. So if you're in that same boat, Brian, I feel you. I'm sending you a big hug, and I hope tomorrow is a little bit better.
I really appreciate that, Dr. Sarah. Thank you.
Love you.
Wait, but don't you have to make an effort to make tomorrow better?
You absolutely do.
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely have to. Again, we've talked about it before. You got to set your attention. I'm going to chalk today up to the universe won this round. I did not win this round today, but I'm going to set my intention for doing some repair and having tomorrow be a better day. And I hope that Brian or Jay or any of you that is kind of in that same boat can just say not every day is going to be a good one, and tomorrow has its own opportunity.
It's interesting that you say that, Doctor, because I had a conversation with someone the other day about acknowledging and being all right with those feelings, and that sometimes that you have to be able to acknowledge that you're not in a good place. The always a concern for me is how long you stay in that place, but recognizing that we have to acknowledge and validify that this is okay.
Validify. I love that word.
Validify. I'm going to steal that. I kind of love
Let's
it
make
too,
that
Greg.
one.
That's a great word.
Validify.
Yeah, validify.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's like that windshield factor.
Without shame. Yep. Yeah. And it has to be done without shame. You're allowed to be sad or overwhelmed or pissy or whatever it is. Those feelings have to be validified. And, you're right. You don't want to stay in that kind of funk forever. But you've got to have some self-compassion and empathy for yourself sometimes to say, I'm not feeling it. And that's okay.
Yeah. Well, and I would also encourage that, friends, it's important when you see someone in that space, that's really the time that they need you more than ever. And and that's the hardest, I think, for a lot of people to recognize is because everyone has their own dramas.
Everybody
in their own
processes
lives.
differently. Yeah.
Everybody processes.
Process like me, Brian.
Yeah,
you're right. You're right.
Why can't you understand that you should get past this? I get past it.
That's right. I don't feel that way. Why do you feel that way? Yeah, you're right.
And it's hard to lean into that, though. It's hard to lean into energy that, especially when we feel like we're just on the edge anyway, and everybody's in that same boat. Is everyone feels like they're swimming and swimming and swimming. And then you see someone who's really struggling. It's like, oh, shoot, like I don't have the energy to necessarily pull you out of the riptide because I'm barely out of the riptide. But it is, Brian, you're so right in that we really have to try to lean into the people who are struggling a bit and say, hey, I can tell you're really struggling. I love you anyway. You're going to be okay. I'm sorry it's a rough one. And that's, just, again, to acknowledge for them.
Hey,
not try to make them feel better necessarily, but just say, I'm sorry you're having a bad day.
Well, it's giving them the space to live in their place so you can be a part of it and still
That's
share.
cool, but how do you allow people to wallow sometimes when you
No.
Okay,
and
so
I
hang
love
on.
That
okay.
You brought that piece up.
Hang on. Dr. Sarah Metz right there. Here's what's really cool.
Yeah.
We're on 630 KHOW right now. If you want to continue with this conversation, head to the Modern Eater Facebook page. I would hope everybody has 15 more minutes in them. Do they? Rebecca?
I'm in.
Doctor?
I do, and I have a heartfelt thing to share that might make everybody feel
We're going to
better.
continue. All right, so we're going to break away from 630 KHOW. Thank you, Shannon Scott. Doing a great job back there at iHeart. That's an appropriate song to play us out.
Lean on me, baby.
Lean on me. Jay Parker did a great job. As always, Chef Cheeto, I love you. Our guest, Kevin Morrison, thanks for joining us.
And
Little
to the
Rich
man
Snyder.
who wrote this song,
That's right.
by the way, he passed. on
Brian's
this
in a
whole
good mood, and we are leaving the show right now. We'll continue on Facebook. Go check us out, The Modern
The way
Eater.
we're all going.
Okay, we continue. There we are. We're off the radio, guys, and now we can get real intimate and personal. I will reinstate this. Greg Hollenbach, Brian Freeman, Jay Parker, Cheeto here with us. It is a Saturday evening, and the conversation is real right now. Those folks that are continuing on with us on Facebook and YouTube. Guys, Rebecca, you were talking about one thing. What
She's not going to be on.
They're on the phone.
That's right. I'm working on it.
Oh, so what are you going to do?
I'm working on it. Just
you're going to get them on video, right?
Tap dance a little bit.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So, guys, Monday through Friday, 2 to 5 p.m., Jay and I are here with you, and Brian's trying to join us as much as you can. It's tough having a full-time job, isn't it, Brian? It's tough paying the bills and having a family.
Well, and even if you're not paying the bills because you're showing up for free, the reality is it's that thing of we all have to focus on what we do best and keep our heads in the game that we know, because I think that there's a lot of people that, we all are having to pivot. We all are having to switch directions in what we know is right and what we know is every day. And I think that the more
you're saying concentrate on what you're making money at. Right now, that's a real thing.
Yeah, but even more, I mean, even if you're not making money at it, concentrate on what keeps your head square. Concentrate on what keeps you happy and how you're going to move forward in this life, because the reality
What's making you happy right now?
Oh, not a lot, man. I told you, I'm really struggling right now because I am a very social person.
Totally.
I've always
me too.
Had a lot of friends and family around me, and right now I'm cut off. I don't get to see my friends. I don't get to see my family in the way that I want to.
Let me help you, Jay.
And that's a really hard thing because of. Everyone is dealing with this in a different way, and people are self-quarantining, and they might not let you around them. I know that for my kid's mom, kids are self-quarantining, and that's something I have to respect because I can't. But then, and then it's how do I deal with the other side of that, Greg, which is I'm more afraid of spreading this just because of the kind of person that I am. I'm more concerned about others than myself on the regular. And the stress that I carry every day is walking outside. The fact that I would never want anyone to say, man, the last person I saw was Brian before I ended this way, or I ended up in the hospital, or I ended up, choking just to breathe. Wow, that's really hard. That's
wow.
Don't need that. I'd love to see them so that we have them all.
I know you can't see them right now, but yes,
they're
on.
there.
The doctor and Rebecca are on.
Okay, doctor, I need to hear your voice to confirm he's not lying.
Hi.
Yes,
I'm here.
That's fantastic. I don't know how you pulled that off, Jay.
Well, I'm trying to work on things. I lost Rebecca, but she was there.
No, I see Rebecca Berry too.
Okay,
I think
she's
I'm
frozen.
back.
Okay.
All right. So actually, wow, we doubled the viewers as we're getting into a real conversation now. Of Brian, just continue with what you were saying.
Well, I lost my mojo there, Greg. But what I'll get back into is just this concept that I truly am more afraid of infecting others than about what I'm going to get. Even though that what I'm going to get is on the forefront, but it's more about what I'm going to give, and that scares me. I really think about it every day, and it's just because I care about humanity. I mean, the reason I got into organic was because of the planet. It wasn't about myself. It wasn't about anybody but Mother Nature, Mother Earth, and how are we polluting what we expect to give us life? And you can't do that. You can't be in any relationship and be the toxic force to the relationship that's ongoing, and you're constantly pouring, Roundup Ready on something and expecting it to flourish and thrive. And that's what's hard for me, is because I don't want to be that guy that's walking out there. And, I posted something today that was important because someone, 51 years old, marathon runner, everything in his world. He went to the doctor. They said, you've got it, but you're not a high risk. Go home, self-quarantine. He did it, thought he was getting better. And then a couple days later, he dies.
Right.
And this just happened. And the reality is I'm that age. I don't think I'm healthy, but I live a healthier lifestyle than most.
This is as good as it gets.
I don't want to be walking out into the world and giving it to you, Greg, or to Cheeto, or to Jay, or to anybody that I come across.
This is the Modern Eaters, and we're talking after hours. And just vulnerability. I mean, that's what we want to show right now is just our community and being vulnerable and all of the media that we intake and just we've talked about it. Rebecca Berry, you know this. The only thing that's certain right now is uncertainty. And doctors, we talk to you and you're hearing these things of just, yes, we can hear you. Can you hear
You're
us?
not be able to see me,
Rebecca?
but you can hear me.
Okay, that's okay. People do that on Zoom all the time. Basically, you're taking a shower, Rebecca. It's what you're saying. Doctor, you're hearing vulnerability right now.
We are. And I think it's a beautiful thing. And it's hard to, again, we talked about that right before we switched over. It's hard to lean into that. But what I would say is, Brian, you're sharing something that I think a lot of people can relate to, which is, fear, real, genuine fear. And that's okay. And as we were saying right before we broke to move over, it's okay to be in that space. It's okay to be afraid. What I would say is, on the flip side of that, you want to recognize it. You want to label it as what it is fear. And you want to accept that fear. But on the flip side, also feed the other side of the coin, which is the reason you feel that much fear, like you said, is you have a genuine love for humanity and be grateful for your friends and speak that as loudly as you speak about your fear. Express your fear, acknowledge it, but also then say, Greg and Jay and Rebecca, I just love you so much. And I'm so grateful for you. And I just want to make sure that I share that with you. So I think making sure that we label both and experience both is really important.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I will take that advice. I will try to, or work at, I shouldn't say try because trying is not really doing, but I will work at sharing with people that, part of where I'm coming from. I mean, I reached out to Ryan Nagley last night because it was important to me that, he knows my issue isn't with Ryan.
People don't know what you're talking about. So if you're going to touch on a point, just do the background and then go into why you.
Okay. Yeah. So I've seen Ryan Nagley's a great supporter of the Modern Eater and a good friend of the show at every level. And he's come down to the studio a couple times this week. And I have been in a very awkward place around new people. And it's more about the fact I'm in a place where right now I want consistency more than anything in my life. And I thrive in more of a consistent realm.
In something your normalcy.
The normalcy, right? Exactly. Of like, I get up, I'm one of those people every day. I have the same routines over and over and over. And so as crazy as it is, because I am that person that can stand in the building that's burning down and come up with a plan to save everybody. But in the same respect, I don't like to be in that place all the time. I don't like to be in constant emergency mode. Right. And so it's hard for me because when I get surprises of when someone's at the studio, when someone just shows up, for me, that's like rocking my ethos right there. And it's just like, holy smokes, what the hell? Hold on, back off, get away.
It feels like a threat to you.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
And it's again, because there's part of where I don't want you to give me something, but there's part of I don't want to give you something. Yeah. I don't want to share if I have something that I don't know I have. I don't want to share that with you.
Turn the computer to Dr. and Brian so they can engage in a conversation.
And so Ryan was here a couple days and he was just, Ryan Nagley is just such a great guy that he said to me, Brian, I didn't even notice. I just thought we were all being quiet and keeping our distance because the show was going on and we're supposed to be social distancing right now. And I was just, I was very grateful for his response, to me, but I truly just reached out from a genuine place and just wanted to apologize and let him know that had nothing to do with him and everything to do with me. But that's what I'm saying. These are the day-to-day struggles that we're all dealing with. I mean, I saw one of my great chef friends today, a guy by the name of Corey Ferguson, who has been he's been with the Vital Root Group, or Edible Beats, I'm sorry, which is Root Down, Vital, Linger, and L5, and he's been one of the most loyal supporters of Growers Organic and organic sustainable food that I've ever known. And he came down today to get some food so he could share with his employees and what that group is doing to try to give back to their employees that aren't working. And it broke my heart because I couldn't hug the guy. I couldn't. This is someone who I've known for 10 plus years, and he is someone that has been such a raving fan of the work that I've been doing. And now more than ever, I got to tell you, I needed that hug.
Yeah.
I needed that.
Brian,
that connection.
And a lot of times, and I think that you probably, one of the things is that you're listening to your own voice a lot. Listen to the doctor. Let her talk to you.
Well,
what Brian, bring that over to her.
Yeah. Right here. We got you.
Yeah. Right here, baby. Right here.
Right here.
That helps.
It does. And I think what you're bringing up is such a key piece, which is grief and loss. This is more than just experiencing a pandemic and all of these other pieces. You're experiencing true grief and loss to your normalcy and to these relationships that you would typically engage in. And so anytime we go through grief and loss, that's such a significant injury. And we have to allow for us to say, I'm grieving. I miss you. I feel a sense of loss that I can't hug you and touch you and interact with you the way I would normally. And also balance that grief, like we said, with also appreciation and gratitude for now more than ever, I miss that I can't hug you, but it also means so much that I'm reevaluating and refinding the gratitude I have for this friendship. And I'm so grateful that I'm more aware of what you bring to my life and saying both sides so that we don't get stuck in that toxic, draining energy, but we also feel the uplifting gratitude for what we're experiencing right now.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay. Well, I got to ask because that's, I'm a talk show host. This is what I do. What if it gets worse, Brian? What if folks around you
that doesn't
really
help, Greg? What?
Yeah.
I did all this work.
I know. What do we do if it gets? How do we keep folks around us in this next? And we're again day 20 out of 57, 38 days to go. You turn on the NBC nightly news, you lose your mind because the walls are closing in. We're suffocating. You're the next one to be touched by this, and you very well could be the next one on an incubator within 1 week in a hospital. And what if it gets worse around you? Doctor, how do we keep our composure of coming with that triage of picking up the pieces of the unexpected? How do we prepare for the unexpected?
Well, give me a respirator before the incubator first.
Yeah,
sorry about that. Did I say that? Incubator?
You said incubator. I
so
just,
sorry.
would have to say I'd rather have something for my lungs.
I'm glad I said that because at least I could look at it. That's the Brian I love right there. That's the Brian I love.
Yeah.
With the smile.
I don't remember what the question was. He smiled.
What if it gets worse? What if it gets worse?
Well, and I think that's something for people to be prepared for is it could get worse. But again, don't spend all of your energy there. If it gets worse, is worrying about it going to change that? No. If it gets worse, you're going to have to deal with it when it gets worse. But try to be in the moment right now. We are all in this little social group we have going on right here. We're all safe and healthy. And in this moment, be grateful for that. If in another moment down the road that changes, then we will deal with it and we will figure it out. But worrying about it and being anxious doesn't control it. It doesn't prevent it. It doesn't make it not happen. It just makes us lose this moment. And so in this moment, everyone's healthy and happy and okay. And so let's all just be really grateful for this moment.
I appreciate that. Well, and I would say for myself, I'll probably feel more secure if it does get worse, just to say no, that I'm not coming out.
Yeah.
But does that protect you? Does that really protect? Will you not go to the grocery store? Will you not get food? Will you not have any interaction with anybody else? Will that actually make you feel better? Will that?
I would tell you yes, Greg. It would.
That insecurity would go away from you.
There's a little bit about just being able to say, you know what, I'm at a place where it's okay and I don't have to serve.
It's the what ifs.
My whole life I've served.
The what ifs really kill people because, I was hoping, Doctor, you said, well, the what ifs. What if your auntie had a penis, she'd be your uncle too? What if?
I'm going to steal that. Like, that's got to go on a T-shirt somewhere.
I mean, isn't it true, though? I mean, okay, what if? What ifs are the terrible variable to anything in life.
Well, you asked the question. Greg is the one who said, what I
love,
worse?
what I love is the what is now.
What is now? So being in the moment, but actually what if thinking can be valuable as long as you finish the thought. When I work with responders, they're actually taught in academy to think about what if. But the difference between it being successful and it causing anxiety is what if's just bouncing off the walls does you no good. If you stop and say, okay, what if, then what will I do to manage it? As Brian said, if you say, what if this gets worse, then I'll stay home, I'll hunker down, and that will in some ways relieve me of some of my anxiety. Okay, that's a plan. So if you have what if thinking and you answer each question, then you build confidence that you can, in fact, handle things. If you just get stuck in what if and you don't answer it, then you're anxious all the time.
I'm an energy person. Can I see Doctor again? I want to look at Doctor. I love him.
Where is I?
I like seeing Doctor. And then Rebecca Berry, you jump in, Rebecca, anytime you want to. And I like you were telling, keep it real, right? Rebecca, you look great with no makeup on. Absolutely great.
Oh, no sound.
No sound.
Who are we getting flipped off by?
That's Jay.
That was Jay.
That was Jay. He just wanted to instigate the conversation.
What are you
That's
talking
how he
about?
works.
Yeah, you saw that.
I don't know what you're talking
I'm
about.
an energy guy.
Yeah.
I'm an energy guy, people, and seriously, positive energy, negative energy. Is there a way, are you, first of all, Doctor, are you an energy person?
I'm very much an energy person, and I'm an empath, and I've had to protect that because, again, I work with people all the time, so I take on their energy, which can be a curse and a blessing.
How do you take negative energy? Is it possible to reroute that into something that can be helpful for you?
I think you can. I think if someone's in a negative place and you think, I want to fix this, I want to pull them out, I want them to be more positive. Sometimes when we can't do that, the best thing we can do is say, okay, I can give you, how much energy do I have? And I can give you 10 minutes where I just sit with you and I lean into that. And then I have to protect myself and say, I got to remove myself and recharge. But sit with people where they are, but don't let that drain your battery. If you're a positive energy guy, my guess is right now you're like, I need a break. I need a break from the deep, intense emotion. And that's okay. So protect that.
That's called how much rent do you own in my head, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Should that be different with, is that just a factor of like, okay, you serve this much purpose in my life? Because I really think that a lot of people serve a purpose in my life, but I'm going to give you this much. You're going to get this much. And it has to do with your bandwidth, right?
Yeah.
Bandwidth.
Absolutely. Yeah. And so you have to really identify how much bandwidth do you have, and that's going to change each day. So you can give people different amounts of yourself each day.
Yeah. How's your bandwidth, Rebecca Berry? Oh, no.
Guess not. She texted me saying something. She's
she
got a headset in.
She knows to restart her phone.
You got a headset in, Rebecca.
Restart your phone, Rebecca.
Something? Restart all your stuff.
Dr. Sarah Metz with us in Code 4 Counseling. What is it? 8:18 in the Mile High City. Everybody should be in bed right now. But we're not. And we're kind of getting through these things. And this is as raw and as real as you can get, Doctor, truly.
Yeah.
What are some things that you've been seeing in the past 3 weeks, basically, of the emotions that you've seen, the ebb and flow? What have you seen us go through in that 20 days?
Ooh, you guys, I think are mirroring what we're seeing around the world. And I see those moments where you guys are loving on each other and you're laughing and it's such this positive energy. And then I do see those moments where you guys are a little bit more snappy with each other and you can feel the effort. And that I'm trying to stay upbeat, I'm trying to stay engaged. And I think people are kind of riding that roller coaster. And again, back to a point Brian and I were making a little while ago, is part of that is just acknowledge it and recognize it and let all of that exist. It's okay. It's okay to ride the roller coaster. You can't get off of it anyway. So might as well throw your hands up and just ride it.
How was my energy tonight?
Right now, I feel like it's pretty good. Yesterday, I would say you were a little bit. You were having a rough day, I think, yesterday.
I was. So what do you do with contributing factors that how do you put blinders on? How do you focus when you need to focus right now in a time where performance is very crucial for people as an organization or an individual, to where if they don't have those blinders on and the outside noise is going to bother them?
Yeah.
What do you do to stay focused right now?
I think the best thing you can do is change up your environment a little bit. If you need to take, when you can, you can't always do this, but take a break and step out into another room and take those deep breaths. Get outside whenever you can and get some fresh air. When you feel like the energy in a room has turned negative, sometimes you just got to reset and say, nope, we got to clear the energy out and just switch it up for a minute. If you can't actually physically remove yourself from the situation, close your eyes. Picture a person or a place that you love that gives you positive energy, and just take a minute to really soak that up.
Okay, Jay, close your eyes.
What are you seeing right now?
It's like,
what
wow.
are you seeing right now, Jay?
I-
What's her name?
Is everybody supposed to be naked? Is that a normal thing?
That makes you happy, Jay?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a full-on orgy. It's a Saturday night.
Why is everyone pointing at me? What is that about?
We are. What are we pointing? Sarah's pointing something different than I am.
Rebecca, can we hear you yet? So we can stop talking to me?
No, we can't.
No, man, I don't know what that is.
We
man.
love that hat she's wearing, though. Did she show the Bruce?
She's wearing Bruce hat. Yeah,
it's terrible.
I don't understand.
We want some Rebecca right now.
We can hear Doctor, but we can't hear her, which tells me that it's not my fault.
See, Rebecca had to. And listen, Doctor, so I know, geez, we want Rebecca. Rebecca had to pivot this week because she found out that broadcasting every day from 2 to 5 p.m. is...
it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. Yeah. Well, and again, there's my baby Yoda. I see it in the picture now. Sorry, distraction. But you have a lot of practice doing this. So you've really built up that armor. It's interesting. People think that all I do all day, every day is just sit and listen, and they think that's super easy. But then they try it for an hour or two, and they're like, "Oh my God, that's tough." And so, yeah, when you're new at something, it takes a lot more energy. So I'm sure she did an amazing job. But
absolutely, and gonna do more, but in a different capacity, right? It's like what works for you, Rebecca? What works for you right now, Brian? Turn this back to Brian. We're gonna shift this conversation for a minute, Doctor. When I can't wait for you to get to know Brian in his realm. It's farms, it's ranches, it's when we go on our road trip. It's when he's talking to people about the earth and its yields and organic. He is truly in the zone. Getting back to that, it's like being patient with people right now. But to see Brian back into his zone right now, reassure him, please. Lie to him. I don't know what we have to do. Tell him, Brian, we're going to get back into your wheelhouse.
Oh,
See you,
you
Chef.
Absolutely are. And I think, again, it kind of goes back to, because you can't be in your wheelhouse right now, is at least use imagery and imagine those places. Imagine some of the best memories that you've had where you were really in your groove, and revisit some of those memories, because that still sparks in the brain that good energy.
I totally agree with that. It's, my thing is, I think like others, Doctor, it's hard not to take on other people's crap.
Oh yeah.
It's, and it's really hard. And one of the things that I've always felt challenged myself is that I am such a beacon. I'm I'm a Plymouth for a lot of people around me. Mm-hmm. And so it's hard always feeling like I have to be the one.
You're a Plymouth?
That walks in the room.
He does. He owns energy, man. He can bring in good energy, bad energy. He'll control a room, and that's a burden for a lot of people, Doc. And actually, one of those things to where it's like a responsibility, a stewardship of that energy. It's something that where you got to be careful when you own that much energy.
You do, because I don't want to walk in. Sometimes it makes me just want to stay away from certain people, because I'm like, you're not giving me the space to be what the space that I need in my life right now.
Yeah.
And if you want to be a part of what is my healing process,
right,
come at me with the love that I really, no matter what, if I walk in and piss in your Wheaties,
Yeah.
You
Love
don't
me anyway.
say, I'm going to eat those Wheaties. You say, hey, I can make another bowl. BFD, Brian. I do not fucking care where you are, because I am here for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be your Plymouth
You're
right
raw
now.
dogging us right now.
I'm going to be the true friend that you're asking for, because I am going to be there
to me,
for
doctor.
you.
That's me. He's talking about, he's talking about
He's
me.
a punk ass over there, but I still love him.
On my stream, I'm a punk ass. Go ahead.
but I care.
Tell
I
him
mean,
about tolerance, doctor.
That's what's hard.
Tell him
is
about
because
tolerance of people.
Of the fact that, I care about my friends, and it's not. And sometimes it's like, listen, you want to prove your friendship, prove that you can be there for me.
Yeah, man.
And what I would say is, if you love your friends, you also have to protect the friendship from resentment. And if you start finding yourself resenting, you absolutely have to say, you know what, I got to take a step back. I love you. I'm not getting what I need from you right now, and I'm not going to blame you for that because you got your own shit, but I'm going to remove myself and charge my batteries up somewhere else so that I don't lose this friendship. It means too much to me to start resenting it. So if you need to take a break from Greg, take a break from Greg. You still love him. If you need a break from him, it's okay.
Oh, I take a break from him every day.
There you go.
But he shows up on Saturday when he can take a bow. You're fucking right. This is a good conversation.
Is that really what you think it's about? And that's what's weird, is because I think you tied on is it's that resentment piece, because there is something for Greg that he feels I take a bow here. And I truly just show up to share my passion for food and organic, and that's why I show up. And even if I can, even if I touch the sun 5 minutes before the show, I'm still able to walk back in and say, you know what, my bigger mission is about sharing my passion around food and the planet. And that's, and so for me, it's never about the bow that I want to give is Mother Earth.
Yeah.
The bow that I want to give is all the farmers that have,
let's leave it there. Doctor, what an interesting conversation tonight.
What do you think? This is true therapy right here.
I know. Chef Travis Smith says, smoke them if you got them. People love this kind of real talk. Zach Johnson, you tuned in a moment too late. But that's the thing. And here's the deal. That's why you roll the camera, doctors. You document these things as they go along, because you know what? Water finds its own level.
Yeah.
Hi, and Jay, why do you why does it have to be the middle finger, Jay?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about, you guys. I'm just producing here.
That's right.
There was a smudge on the
Stop confusing our viewers are watching. If you're watching, if you must know, I have a certain kind of sense of humor, and while certain people are talking, I happen to flip off the doctor, but nobody else can see it except for us here, because that brings me enjoyment.
Oh, that's
and we're so far into the weeds at this point that that it's like, hey, listen,
this is probably some of the best programming we've ever done.
That's my therapy.
Chef Travis Smith, who's tuned in, he's like, oh, Jay's a lunatic. People are really enjoying these types of real conversations right now.
I hear that. I think it's important. It helps people normalize it. This is all good stuff.
Exactly. And everybody's being put to the test right now, right?
Yeah.
It's like, who's going to stick with who?
Right.
Who's going to turn on who?
Right. And you've got to make sure that at the end of every day, you're evaluating what went well, what didn't go well, what charged me, what drained me. How do I take those lessons and move into the next day?
Here's what keeps me going, doctor. I lead with my heart. I don't lead with my ego.
Yeah.
If you do that, if you do that, if you lead with your ego, if you lean in with that, you're going to just implode.
Yep.
Everything that's been great in life is hubris. Do you know the term of hubris?
I do. Tell us about it, Greg.
Isn't that a bone in your leg?
No, that's a humorous, but I'm interested in Greg's definition of this.
Hubris is when you take yourself down because your ego's bigger than the better cause. And a lot of people throughout time have suffered from hubris. And that's something that right now people are really evaluating, because as people do business with other people and friendships, when things change and pivot so quickly, you have to believe in the other person that pivot's going to be in the right direction for all people concerned. And if you're leading with ego right now, you're going to get left behind.
Oh, yeah.
Because a lot of businesses are trying to just figure out how to survive.
They are.
Just like except yours, because everybody needs you right now. Here's the real people, the first responders, doctor.
Yeah.
The people on the front line.
Yep.
A lot of people are doing great. We had somebody on from Feed It Forward. These gals are getting meals from restaurants and bringing it to the hospitals for folks that need those meals.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, it's really
amazing. That's the
Mhm.
that's the true spirit of this culture and the love and that social connection that we need to keep seeing more and more of.
TME Church. Travis Smith says TME Church. Yeah, tonight's an interesting night. But I, as a broadcaster, have always said keep it real.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit is sniffed out so quickly.
Yep.
And so you got to bring it to the forefront of anything that's going on. But keeping it real in business and in the climate of where the only thing that's certain right now is uncertainty.
Yep.
Just talking, because there's no one right answer right now.
There isn't. So you've got to be so authentic and speak from the heart and protect the things you love, but also speak your truth. And trying to find a balance right now of speaking your truth and speaking out of compassion and love is really hard, but it's so important.
Code for counseling.
Oh, God, how do you do that?
Because we
How do
are
you do
one,
that?
Jay.
Can I do it though?
Sure.
Can I? Because I put my camera on and everything
Okay,
so
go
that I
ahead.
can get
You
some
got it.
FaceTime.
I
Let
love
these
you,
ladies
bud.
know what's
I
up.
love you. Jay's come
Doctor,
along.
every goddamn time I want to say something intelligent or actually have a moment, it's like he could see it in my eyes, and I'll put my finger up, and be like, I have something. He goes, yeah, so do I. Just 1 second. Then he'll say the stuff I want to say. But what I was going to say is that Code for Counseling, I think now is an awesome time. The website's down at the bottom of the screen. It's code4counseling.com to
How
take
do
a
you
visit
make
to
money?
your website.
You're not. How do you make money, doctor?
Are you screwing with Jay and interrupting him, or is that a genuine question?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even though you can't see, I'm looking at you like you can see me. I just want to implore people. To go to code4counseling.com and do a little research on Dr. Sarah Metz, because if what you're seeing here is actual free therapy for us, and it's useful, and if you know somebody that's going through a difficult time, I think we all can say we know somebody these days that are going through a difficult time, to go to code4counseling.com and just investigate how you can get them a little bit of help with Dr. Sarah Metz.
Oh, thank you, Jay. I appreciate
Whatever.
that. Whatever.
Is it like by the hour? How do you do this?
So most of my agencies, so I actually contract with a lot of agencies, so they have funds set aside to take care of their officers. So a lot of agencies actually provide mental health care for their officers and for the family members free of charge to them. So it's the agencies directly that usually pay the bill around here.
You got the government money.
I do. They put aside some money to take care of the mental health of responders, which is good. They should.
Why are you messing around with us?
Because you guys make me laugh and you make me smile. And someday you're going to teach me to cook. I'm going to come down to the kitchen. We're going to trade off therapy for cooking.
And we're going to podcast.
Doctor knows that when we finally are successful, there's going to be a fortune to be made on us. That's why she's like, yeah, just keep going down the road you guys are going down. There's no problem. I'll fix you in 5 years. You bet.
I just wish she would have said some more intellectual things as far as making her laugh and being funny. I wish you bring intelligent conversation, or you have something that's important to say. But hey, if we make you laugh or if we can make you smile, that's good enough, right?
I'll take that. Let's just start there.
That's how
we'll have intelligent conversations too.
That's how you get the girl.
Yeah, is laughter and dancing, as we heard about. Yes.
I'd like to also point out Chef Travis Smith. Not only is he a very talented man, but he's got a great head on his shoulders, as I read a comment that says, "Killing it, Jay."
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, Chef.
Yeah, Chef.
Thank you, Chef.
Hey, can you tell us who this is?
That is the saint of cooking.
Yes.
Pasquale.
Yes.
Oh, look at you.
Good
job.
San, S-A-N, San Pasquale.
San Pasquale. I was very close.
You'll never forget it.
I love it.
San Pasquale.
That's all the positive energy right there. It's coming out of him.
You're the best, and we'll see you on Monday, right?
You will see me on Monday.
All right, which will be day 22 out of 57 with 36 to go. We're going to lose our freaking minds, aren't we?
And remember to do your homework. You all had homework.
That's right. This weekend.
I already
Jay, are you
started
dancing?
mine.
Are you dancing, Jay?
I already started. No, it wasn't. Mine wasn't dancing. It was introduce something positive, and my something positive is I've decided to drink more water and hydrate myself.
That's good. No,
Thank you, doctor.
That's a
Thank
good
you,
thing.
doctor.
I'm going to come up with
I don't
something
listen
good.
to him unless it has something to do with where I'm plugging a cord into another thing because he knows what he's talking about, you know.
Doctor, how do we get 500 viewers?
Hey, doctor, I want to know something. How can I
wanna
go
do
to
that.
the right psychotherapist that could prescribe me a little MDMA? I think that would bring something exciting to my life.
Hey, that's a thing. Ketamine therapy.
Molly?
There's all sorts of interesting
Molly?
therapies. Yeah.
I want to.
I know Molly.
Yeah, doctor, I want to chew on a human adrenaline gland. Can we do that? That would be fun to me.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that's in my Rolodex.
Yeah. Hey, doctor, I want to snort a bodybuilder's testosterone. Is that something that is in the medical world that's possible?
We got you covered.
Yeah.
I'll give you a list of docs for that.
Okay, so we just need to make a point every show. Dave Avery hasn't killed you yet.
I am not yet dead. I don't have my toys here. I'm actually at the office tonight. I'm working late, but I don't have my toys. But
We won't tell anybody what that means. We'll just leave what the doctor doesn't have her toys right now. All right, and we'll leave you with this sound. We love you, doctor. We'll see you Monday. Thank you.
Good
Bye.
night.
I love you.
Gosh,
She's
she's
the best.
awesome. She
All right.
is awesome.
2 p.m. Sunday. Tomorrow you're going to take it off, huh, Jay?
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to call you.
You're not
I'm
in the
gonna call
camera
you
anymore, right?
No.
Yeah.
But I'm
okay.
going to call you.
Call me.
Will you answer?
Yeah, it depends.
On what?
On the mood I'm in when you call.
Okay. Be in a good mood. Guys, take care of each other. Listen, that's all we got. I got
Yeah. I mean, there we go. We're
Unless
still
I
doing
wanna
a show
show my
here.
gut.
Would you now reset?
Okay.
You feel good?
Yeah, guys.
Get
Thank
out
you,
of here.
Jay. Take my call. 2 to 5. What do we have Monday lined up?
Oh gosh.
We got the Brewers Association. You remember Charlie Papazian?
That's who.
He's on the bench. He's
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You don't know.
I just realized something that I messed up. But
Remember
I'll
Monday,
fix it.
he's got 3 people booked. at
That's
3
what it
p.m.
is.
Yeah, I
that's
know.
the other person I had booked was
At
the
3 o'clock.
Brewers Association. So
terrible.
I have to move some stuff around. Dang it. All right, just get out of here so that we can, or say something so that we're out of here.
Brian, take us out.
Well, folks, from all of us here at the Modern Eater, we really appreciate you tuning in this Saturday night, as you do every day that you tune in. We appreciate all the support that we have from the food and beverage community in Colorado and growing even outside of Colorado. We encourage you to keep it hyper local.
We do.
We encourage you to support your friends and family in this trying time.
And listen to them.
Stay home, stay safe, keep your distance. Even if you think you're okay, be concerned about the others in your life. I want to say to everybody, thank you for all the support you've given me over the years as Growers Organic and the Modern Eater. And thank you for supporting local. Thank you for supporting organic. And remember to keep it real, because if we don't keep it real and we don't honor our own feelings.
Did you like tonight's show?
I did like tonight's show.
Are you glad you were here?
I like Craig, I'm always glad I'm here. I appreciate the
Brian,
platform that you have given.
I am always glad you're here. You offer so much to the Modern Eater Show and to myself personally and to Jay and to everybody else. Okay, the Modern Eater Show continues on Monday.